A low around 31. Currently, it is 50 degrees and overcast. I'm Sarah Silver on the Talk of the Town, WRMN.
I love spreading joy with gifts this time of year, but I try not to spread my budget too thin. Luckily, Kohl's has come through for me once again. I just went and used a 25% off coupon to score so many great gifts under $20, like cozy pajamas and fleece, amazing gift sets, and beauty must-haves. So if you're looking to give more for less this season, get to Kohl's. Select styles, offers end December 24th. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
Clutter happens, but junk doesn't have to weigh you down. At the Junk Luggers, we're your full-service junk removal and hauling pros, tackling everything from single-item pickups to major cleanouts. We handle the heavy lifting, and with our commitment to the green way, we rehome and recycle to keep your unwanted items out of landfills. So, whether you're clearing out the garage, downsizing, or saying goodbye to old furniture, we make the process eco-friendly and easy. Call 1-800-LUG-JUNK or visit junkluggers.com today. Let's save your space and the planet together.
Bender Dental Care, located at 217 North McLean Boulevard in Elgin. Bender Dental wants everyone to be informed, appreciated, and cared for at all times. To prove it, they now offer a new patient exam for just $29. That includes consult, x-ray, exam, and cleaning. Let Bender Dental help you have healthy teeth and gums for a lifetime. Located at 217 North McLean Boulevard in Elgin. Visit benderdentalcare.com.
Welcome in, everybody. It is Talk Time with Tammy and Friends. I'm your host, Tammy Scully. I am here today until 4 o'clock with you on Talk Time with Tammy and Friends. I've got my trusty sidekick and producer, Benjamin. Benjamin is here today. Sven isn't here. Ben is here.
No.
Right.
Got the original.
Ben is so much more fun than Sven. Don't tell Sven I said that, though. Don't let him know.
Come on. That's our bit. Our bit is that I'm multi-personality.
Yes, that's when you have, when you wear your nice suit coat, you turn into Sven.
That's true.
Mm-hmm. And that's all it takes, really, to get you there. All the way there to Svenville. But right now we're in Benville. And welcome in, everybody. We appreciate you tuning in today for a little bit of Talk Time with Tammy and Friends going on right here. Hey, Mark handed me a wacky story. I think I should read it. How was your weekend?
Mine was okay. I did a lot of resting.
Resting?
Yes.
Wow.
Rested up Ben's.
That's kind of boring, though, isn't it?
Yeah, true. I mean, you just need it sometimes.
Yeah.
Also, I did some partying, too.
Okay,
Went to Dino's and had a good party.
Yeah, how
Christmas
was
party over
Dino's?
there.
Unfortunately, I had another commitment, a wrestling commitment. Not my wrestling commitment, my husband's. I don't wrestle. But
Your husband wrestles?
He does. He's a coach.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, he had a meet, and then he had a big thing afterwards, and blah, blah, blah. But so by the time we got done, it was like 9 or 10, and I'm like, too late. You guys were wrapping it up, I think. What time? Were you there?
It was hopping. I don't know. I wouldn't doubt it that they went on till the early hours of the morning.
To the wee hours?
Yeah, it was quite the cool work party. Because it was like one of those things where, every company you work for, you have the Christmas work party, and you don't know what kind of style it's going to be.
What's going to happen.
Or how it's going to go.
Yeah.
But very cool, awesome. Didn't feel like a work party at all.
No.
A bunch of awesome people, just voices or faces from around Elgin and our WRMN community. So it was good times.
Lots of toys for the tots?
So many, overflowing.
I love it. I have one with me that I brought because we were planning on going, but by the time we got out of there, and then my husband wasn't feeling so hot, and he's like, we just couldn't get there. And then it would have been late, everybody, Mark said he left about 9:30 or something like that, and we would have been there.
You're double booked. Sometimes you get double booked.
Unfortunately, it is what it is. But I wanted to go. I did want to go. Unfortunately, I couldn't make it.
We missed your face there.
Yeah,
Tammy.
well, it would have been a fun little holiday thing. So as far as the company Christmas party, what do you give it on a scale of 1 to 10 for company Christmas parties?
I don't want to come off as sucking up. So I'll give it an 8.
8 is good. 8 is a non-suck up yet, but enthusiastic vote for
It
that.
checked a lot of boxes for me. There was live music.
Oh,
and
how
laughter.
was the music? The music was
Cool.
a one woman's name.
One man show actually.
Oh, it was a man?
Yeah, Mike Patty.
Oh, Patty. That's
yes.
why I thought it was a chick, because it was Patty or Paddy.
I think it's 2 T's and an I.
Yeah,
if I'm
Patty.
correct.
Yeah, okay. All right, it was a dude. And
Yes.
and what did he have a guitar or a track, or what do you
It's a
have?
very good set. He's a professional guitarist. I know he's toured around the country with some big bands before. And normally he was making the joke that normally he's like the rhythm guitar, one of the extra kind of players, and he does this gig and a couple others every year.
Okay.
And a very eclectic set. He had the Killers, the Beatles. I heard a little Led Zeppelin in there.
So it's just him and a guitar, and he's singing. Nice. Okay. Well, I'm sorry I missed it. Next year I'll see Patty and all his Patty
Yes.
friends. Next year, maybe, hopefully.
Yeah,
Anyway, well, good. Thanks for catching me up on that one.
absolutely.
We've been looking for a car. Have you ever? When was the last time you purchased a car?
I'm actually in the market right now for car shopping as well.
What are you
So,
looking for?
Ideally,
I have researched everything out there. What are you looking for?
Well, my last car, which I unfortunately lost, it's a whole ordeal. But the goal is to get van life, like Mark's.
Oh, you want to live in the van by the river?
Absolutely, yeah. That's the
Okay.
goal of me and most of my generation.
That
yeah.
is so obtainable. I think you can do it. I think you can do that.
I was almost there.
I think you
I had
can.
the van.
Although they're frowning upon the river living right now because,
Yeah.
the tent city has ruined that for you. They've had some incidences out there. So you're looking for a van. Is that what you're saying to me?
Ideally, but really point A to B, anything.
Oh, so anything.
Yeah.
Not necessarily a van. Anything. Gotcha. Well, we have to have a convertible.
Okay.
No, listen, we won't get struck by lightning if we don't have a convertible, but my husband is dead set on convertible. I created a monster many, many years ago.
Was it Sebring?
It was a Sebring.
I don't know how I knew it.
It was a green Sebring from the 80s or 90s, whatever it was. I ended up getting one, and he had never had a convertible before, and he was he was a little, he's a little disgruntled at first, and then after a while, I couldn't get it out of his hands. I couldn't get to the car, and he has
Nice days, yeah.
always had a convertible ever since. And
Okay.
now his convertible's dying, and we're looking at another convertible. And the car guys are like, a convertible in December? Absolutely. Like nobody wants a convertible in December.
That must be the time.
Yeah, right. Nobody wants it. So I got a line on one. I'm hopefully we can wrap this sucker up because I'm sick of looking for cars.
I hear you.
No fun. This is the second one I bought in the last 3 months, I would say, because I had to get another one for Nashville because you got to have something down there. So now the plan is we get the convertible and we take it down to Nashville and leave it there.
There you go.
Right, because that's convertible weather most of the year. And then he can take the SUV up here and use that in the winter, and then in the summer we'll bring the other one back up and back and forth. That's the game plan. Let's see what we can do. Now, my question is, can I buy? I don't know if I don't expect you to have the answer, but I'm going to throw this out there. Can I buy a car in Illinois and put Tennessee license plates on it from Illinois? I think I can order the plates from Illinois.
Should. I would think with the internet the way that it is that you should be able to, as long as you have all the right numbers and addresses and things.
Well,
to
that's
plug
the
in.
thing. I don't know how the numbers work with the DMV as far as paying the tax on the car.
Yeah, where are you purchasing it?
Well, I'm purchasing it in Illinois, but
Okay.
it's going to Nashville. It's going down to Tennessee. So I want Tennessee plates on it because it's going to spend most of the time there, and they're $1,000 cheaper than Illinois.
I would suggest probably using do your research with
Ask my car guy.
ask your car guy. But probably if you have that other address and you bought the car from that address, I would think, since you're
I could do
a
that.
citizen of both places with addresses.
My main address is Illinois, like my main, and I believe I have to exchange with the state. I'm not really sure. I think I have to exchange with the state. If I do that, the state of Tennessee and the state of Illinois have to pay each other back. Like I have to pay them back somehow. I don't know. I did it when I worked in California for years, and I had to pay back Illinois, or I don't know. Weird. It was weird. Anyway,
I would say the internet probably has expedited it to make it easier, simpler, somewhat for you, but you might need some help. Might need to reach out to
Well, we're
going to
work on that little problem tonight and see if I can get that fixed, because I want to move forward. Yeah. Speaking of little problems, Mr. Mark handed me a story a couple minutes before we went on the air here. I'm going to share that little story with you. It's kind of interesting. Let's see what they have here. This is from the Daily Herald. It's facing troubling allegations, including misconduct, racism, sexual relations on the job, and good old boy hiring process at the Metro Police Department. Leaders authorized an investigation that ended up costing about $1.57 million, the Daily Herald reports. That's a big bill, I think, right there.
At the Metro Police Department.
Right, Metro Police Department.
Okay.
So let me share with you a little bit about what this is happening there. The agency has stayed silent about what a small army of attorneys actually uncovered. In 2023, Metro hired law firm McGuire Woods to review the accusations. When asked to release a report on the probe, spokesman Michael Gillis said Wednesday that unfortunately, this is a quote, unfortunately, Metro is not able to provide a copy of the work done by McGuire Woods because it contains privileged communications and attorney work product. Metro did respond to a November Freedom of Information Act request for McGuire Woods invoices, but they blacked out descriptions of the actual work performed. The Daily Herald appealed to the Illinois Attorney General's Public Access Bureau, which is reviewing the redactions. The alleged breach include... that would be alleged breaches, more than one, include discrimination against minorities, harassment of female officers, racist, sexist, and homophobic slurs at work, officers dating their bosses and receiving perks. And then he's got some, Mark's got some sound effects in there. About 30 examples were cited, including the following. Multiple officers are sleeping with each other while on shift. Well, they're getting paid for it, too. Bonus. There you go.
Were they cold?
I don't know. An officer who broke the rules and crashed a squad car with a suspect in the back was not disciplined.
Big real ragtag operation.
It's hysterical. Officers only conducting arrests and traffic stops toward Hispanics because they might not be legal, quote unquote. A sergeant harassing new female officers and calling one frequently at night while she was off duty. Shame on you.
But have those boundaries.
No callie. Let's see. A white officer with multiple squad crashes has never been reprimanded, while a black officer whose car was scratched was written up. An officer in a sexual relationship with a senior officer received favorable shifts and rotations. While trying to get the bottom of the complaints, expenses piled up, and the next thing you know, Metro racked up $1.5 million in legal fees to go with their alleged corruption and crazy behind-the-scenes activities. The law firm's contract, which was effective March 1, 2023, is up to $3 million, was not voted on in public. $3 million contract for that. Sounds like a bit of a mess over there, doesn't it?
Yeah, and it's upsetting because that's so much money, and guess where that money is coming from? It's the taxpayers.
Well, it's coming from my fees that I'm paying to ride on that little choo-choo train there.
So that is exactly what I'm thinking. It is the Metro Police. So
it says Metro. That's who I'm assuming.
That's what they do.
The choo-choo, right? Metro Police, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm assuming that's the train. Yeah.
Sounds like a toxic workplace. I'm glad we don't have to deal with things like that.
Sounds like a mess. You're all boys over here, so you just start punching each other and you're done. It's over with. You know how boys operate. I know how boys operate. I raised a few of them in my day.
Easy drama over here.
Yeah, right.
I mean, leg wrestling and it's over.
Boys are so easy. They get into a fight. They punch each other in the head, and they walk away, and then pat each other on the back.
Like it's playing video games.
Yeah, that's right. They're girls. That's a different story. Girls, it gets a little uglier than that, and there's a lot of drama and crying and screaming and yeah.
Oh, the differences.
Oh, let me tell you, boys are easier to raise by far. Boys were a piece of cake.
That's what we're told.
Yeah, well,
we're always a handful.
Girls were a little drama. They were more fun. Girls were way more fun, but they were more drama.
Being a girl, that is.
Well, raising a girl. For a mom, raising a girl was much more fun to raise a girl than to raise the boys. Now, my husband will tell you the opposite. Raising the boys was much more fun, but that's just the way it works, you know.
Yep, race cars and wrestling.
Right, there's some wrestling. There's some wrestling at our house. There's always some wrestling at our house, but that's because my husband's been a wrestling coach for 40 whatever years. So good weather out there, boys and girls, if you haven't gotten out yet. It is supposed to be, I want to say it's like 46 out right now. And it's not bad. It's going to get ugly. So now is the time. It's 47 in downtown Elgin. Currently, not a bad temperature for December, whatever we are. 16? Are we 16? 16. December 16 today. Did you get your Christmas shopping done?
Oh, I've got a little bit. We do a gift exchange for one side of my family. So I got that gift. And then I have to get every other gift that I'm on my list.
We gotta go to another, Christmas party with a white elephant. Like,
ooh.
I know.
Is it? Here's my question: do you go out and get something, or is it just something an extra?
No,
bread maker
it's not. It's not what you go in your garage and find, the clippers you're never using and wrap them up.
There
and
are
give
two
them.
kinds. Yeah,
there
two
used
kinds
to
of white
be
elephant.
that used to be what was called the white elephant. Now the white elephant is they give you a dollar amount. This happens to be $15.
Okay.
You come in with a gift. It is wrapped, and you put it in a pile, and then you draw a number. And whoever has the first number, everybody puts their wrapped gift in the middle.
Okay.
And then you draw a number. And whoever has number one is the first guy to go pick a gift out of the pile. He opens the gift. He can either,
So you open
done.
it right away as soon as you grab
You open it and everybody watches you. And they go, ooh, I want that or I don't want that. Then the next guy, whoever has number two, can either take number one's gift or pick a new gift from the pile.
Got it.
And number one's gift can be exchanged 3 times. And then after that guy keeps it wherever it lands after the third exchange. Because some of them everybody wants,
Sure, there's some cool things like
I found we went once to this party. Well, we went twice to this party. And we're going back to this party. I know what they want. They want booze. They want booze. If I put a bottle of booze and I wrap it with the handle visible, it will go. It'll be the first one.
Mad Dog, yep.
Yeah, a bottle of Mad Dog. That's it. Yeah, I was going to get some Boone's Farm, maybe some Mad Dog. Make it a good holiday for somebody. So that's what I told my husband. A bottle of booze and some lottery tickets ought to make everybody happy.
That's safe.
Yeah, that's totally safe. Right there. I mean, and it's always the one that they steal, depending on the kind of booze, because the lottery tickets are a loose cannon. You don't know what's going to happen with those. They could produce. Could.
I'm a fan of bringing the gag gifts, the ones that people are like, why would that it's probably valuable, but like, why is that even a thing? Like sometimes.
Give me an example.
I've done a gigantic thing of laundry detergent where it's like, okay. That's very practical. Like I wouldn't need to get laundry detergent for a couple months.
You could make that work. You could make that work. Yeah. $15 worth of laundry detergent. Sure. Yep. That's actually that's very practical.
Right?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
One time I received a True Blood poster, the TV show.
Oh yeah.
So I don't know. It was I think someone else stole it from me. So.
Oh, I was going to say, do you still have it? Do you know where it is? No, the True Blood poster is all gone.
I don't know where it went.
Uh-oh, that's unfortunate.
I'm a fan of the white elephant. It's a big in my family as well.
Yes, I think everybody's gotten down to that because it's cheaper, it's easier, it's more fun. It's like a little, it's. I mean, because the process of getting to choose the gifts is the entertainment for
exactly
a few hours while you're going through all of that stuff. Well, I'm really bad with the gifts. Haven't gotten them yet, but we're going to do our Christmas in Nashville. So I end up usually getting them little stuff there. And then we do like an experience, like tickets to something.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go do something. My kids are all adults. They get what they want, So
right.
we'll do something fun together. I'm going to make you do something fun with me. You have no choice.
Scheduled fun time.
Scheduled fun time. Now we have it. So let's see. I've got some gift ideas for you. Now this is from Glamour. You've got that. Maybe you can throw that up on the screen. If you're watching us today, you could watch us on YouTube. If you choose to do that, you just go to YouTube and at WRMN Radio, and you will find us there. Let's see. Is that looks like some of the same pictures. Number 1 on that list. Do you see that? If you scroll down a little bit.
Let's see. You got the number 1 would be the birth date candles, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Here's a picture of those.
So this is Glamour's recommendation for unique gifts. If you're still out there and you still have to get, which I'm going to assume most of us still have to buy some gifts. And if you're finished, I don't like you very much.
Yeah, you're bragging. Get out of here.
You're done already? Get out of here. No, there were people that were done last year for cry. I don't know.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Not me. I'm so not that guy. All right, so let's talk about this one. This is birthday candles. This is an interesting gift idea. The best friend who DMs you their daily horoscope will ooh and ah over this when they unwrap this candle, which is customized with their birth date and a scent created just for that day. I don't know how you come up with a scent for that day.
Interesting.
It is interesting. That is $45. Birthdate.com or Birthdate Co. It's called. Birthdate Co. Birthday Candle. 45 buckaroonies. This is on. You can go to Amazon and find it for 49 buckaroonies if you want to do something like that. Now, next on our happy little list is the most meaningful gift. It's images on a 3D custom viewfinder, real and retro viewer. Remember those little 3D viewfinders? I loved. Everybody loved those when you were a kid. You had to. Well, now this is actually a very cool gift. You can put your own images on that bad boy and make your own little viewfinder thing. The retro viewfinder is a throwback all on its own, but that's only half the surprise. Once your giftee looks into the windows, they'll be blown away by a slideshow of hand-picked photo memories. Yep, you get to pick them, and you make the little slide thing in there, and $35 on Amazon. That's a good deal.
Not bad. I get that.
That's a great little gift. I mean, you wouldn't get it for yourself, but if somebody got you that with like your childhood pictures in there, how fun would that be?
Yeah, or here, check out my vacation photos.
Here's a reel of my vacation. Enjoy that. Let's see. Number 3 on our happy list. What is this one? Is this number 3 or is this an ad? Custom pet embroidered sweatshirt.
Could serve as both. I think that is number 3.
Yeah. So, well, I don't know if it's number 3 or an ad, but it's super cute. I would love to see my little puppy dog embroidered on my T-shirt there. Let's see.
They take your actual pet's likeness?
I'm going to guess it is, right? It says custom pet embroidered, best for pet parents. You know anybody that's got like a, hold on. Oh, it doesn't. Safari doesn't want to open it. I can't get into there to look at that. Sorry, I can't get you more info on that bad boy because now my little thing is stuck. There it goes. No, I can't get any more info on the pet parent one, but I'll look at it during the break and see if I can't find out where we can get that because that's absolutely adorable. Will they embroider a picture of your critter? You have critters?
I have a bearded dragon. So
of course you do.
Yeah.
And what's his name?
Jesus.
Jesus.
Yeah,
oh,
Hazy.
Oh, nice.
Hazy for short.
Nice.
They're cool pets, actually. I got it not as a joke, but just as like, you know what, I need something. Like I don't necessarily want a cat.
Nothing that sheds, right? Yes.
And he's very sweet. He's a gentleman.
Is he? And what do you feed him?
He eats bugs sometimes, also lettuce.
Where do you go and get bugs for him?
I go to Pet Supplies Plus, actually. Shout out, free adverts.
Free ad for Pet Supplies Plus because they have the best tasting bugs in town.
Best selection.
Best selection.
Freshest.
Of freshest bugs in town. Yummy, yummy, yummy. All right. Well, I think that's a pretty low maintenance pet there for you.
It is. I might get him embroidered on a sweatshirt.
I would love to see you with a little little embroidery of your bearded dragon. What's his name again?
Hazy.
Hazy.
Yeah.
All right. Good. Let's see. What's next on our happy list here is Kendall and Jake Chambers custom pet embroidery sweatshirt. That's what we just talked about. Oh, This is Uncommon Goods. I love that store.
Oh, all right.
Go to uncommongoods.com if you want to find cool stuff. $89 for that bearded dragon sweatshirt embroidery thing happening there of Ben's pet. And then you've got custom book stamp is next. Now, this is from Etsy. It's only $9. It's the person who refuses to break down and buy an e-reader can leave their seal of approval inside their favorite books with this unique custom stamp. Okay. It's especially great if somebody on your staff is always talking about their book club. Yeah, it's a custom book stamp to put inside your books. So I think that's a great idea if you know a good reader or somebody who's a big reader out there, for sure. A lot of unique gift ideas happening there. We're going to check out some more of those all week long, but that's our offering for today. And you hear that happy little music. That means it's time for me to skedaddle. Got to go to the bottom of the hour break. We're going to do that right now and then come back and have some more holiday fun with you. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
This is WRMN News.
Hello, I'm Dennis Green. There's a growing crowdfunding effort to pay the legal fees for the man accused of killing the CEO of United Healthcare. Luigi Mangione faces second-degree murder charges for shooting Brian Thompson. News Nation's Mills Hayes reports.
People are also throwing their money behind Mangione's case. A GoFundMe account was taken down, but a fundraiser on a different platform has raised over $120,000 for Mangione's legal defense fund. One person who donated $10 said, "Thank you for your bravery." People say that they are fed up with the health insurance industry because of lack of coverage and high health care costs.
Mangione has hired a high-profile criminal attorney to defend him. Moana 2 continues to top the box office for a third straight week.
What lies beyond, under skies I've never seen.
Disney's much-anticipated sequel has grossed over $337 million domestically and is poised to top $1 billion globally soon. Wicked took second place again. Kraven the Hunter rounds out the top three. Police say 5 people were hurt and power outages have affected more than 200,000 people in California after a rare tornado touched down in Scotts Valley on Saturday. California averages 11 tornadoes a year, usually in the spring and fall. For WRMN News, I'm Dennis Green.
WRMN News, produced in Studio 14 by the River Media Network.
Are you frustrated with the way our world is becoming? Do you want to make a difference right here in your own community? Come to the next Elgin Township Republican meeting and be a part of the change you want to see. They are committed to making our community stronger, safer, and more prosperous. Whether it's through grassroots efforts, community service, or local advocacy, your voice matters. Help build a brighter future for Elgin Township. Get involved today. Visit elgingop.org and find out how you can help make a difference. Elgin Township Republicans, your community, your voice, your future. Meetings take place on the 4th Tuesday of every month at the Elgin Township Building, 729 South McLean Boulevard at 6:30 p.m. Hope to see you there. Let's build a better tomorrow together.
This is Sarah Silver with your Fox Valley forecast. This afternoon, mostly cloudy with a high near 50, falling to around 41. Gusty winds up to 30 miles per hour. Tonight, mostly cloudy with a low around 30, rising to around 32 overnight. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy with a high near 38. Snow likely tomorrow night with a low around 31. Currently, it is 45 and overcast. I'm Sarah Silver on the Talk of the Town, WRMN.
Thanks to Total Wine, you saved more on all the gifts for the ones you adore. Wines and beers all nestled on shelves. Got some advice from our helpful elves. Oh, so many gifts to explore when you go to Total Wine and more. Bottles so delightful, whoa. Priced so amazingly low.
With the lowest prices for over 30 years, you'll always find what you love and love what you find. Only at Total Wine and More.
Drink responsibly, B21.
Call me. Yeah, welcome back, everybody. It is Talk Time with Tammy and Friends. Welcome in. That is our new bumper. Call me. You can if you want. 847-931-1410. That is the number to call. I am here with my sidekick / producer, Benjamin, who is pushing buttons over there.
I try to push the right one.
You are very good at button pushing. That's what I heard. Let's see.
Heard that my whole life I've heard that.
Well, you know, you made a career out of it. Now it's all good. Let's see. Let's talk a little bit about News Nation. It's time for our News Nation clip du jour on this overcast Monday at, 36 out there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. What do we got going on in the news?
It's about 50 degrees, I think.
Is it? No, I meant, no.
You talk about?
I'm talking about time. It's 2:36, 2:35. I got one clock and one clock over there. On the other side of the room, it's 2:36, and on this side of the room, it's 2:35.
Yeah.
There we are.
We're right in the middle of this.
Time show. The time, yeah, we got a time zone going on. That's okay. We know about what time it is, something like that. Well, Anyway, it is also time for our News Nation clip du jour. Mm-hmm. What do we have happening in the news today, young man?
The story everyone's talking about, another unfortunate instance of a school shooting happened this morning at around 11 a.m.
Today?
So, yes.
That was today? Yeah.
Yes.
I know little to nothing. I've been in a car dealer all day, so or on the pickleball court. So, yeah, tell me what's going on.
All right. So this is from News Nation. A student opened fire at a Christian school in Madison, Wisconsin this morning, killing at least 2 people and hurting another 6. News Nation's Kaylee Beeson reports.
All of this started when officers were responding to reports of an active shooter. This was just minutes before 11 a.m. Central Time. So officers never fired their weapons and located a juvenile dead in the building. Now, they do believe that juvenile was a student at the school and was responsible for the shooting. Again, 3 deceased, 6 injured. That number changed from earlier today when police say they erroneously reported 5 people had died. No word on who those individuals are, whether they are students or perhaps school staff.
Wow.
Yeah.
And it was a Christian school?
Mm-hmm.
And we think that the juvenile that has perished in that was the shooter and went there?
Yes. That's the speculation right now. Investigations are ongoing, so none of that is confirmed yet.
What grade is it? Is this up through 8th grade or high school?
I believe it was an elementary school.
Through 8th grade then,
Mm-hmm.
up through 8th grade.
Yeah.
So an 8th grader was in there with a gun is what we're thinking.
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. How does this happen, you know?
Mm.
Every time you turn around. And the other question I'm wondering is, what number of shooting is that this year? Like every time you turn, we don't even know about half the shootings unless they're in now it's got to be in our geographical area because you don't hear about the shootings that are happening in Texas or what, I mean, there's so many of them.
Right. Yeah. And we actually have audio from the chief of police as well, if you'd like to hear that.
Yeah, let's see what they say.
Police Chief Sean Barnes had this to say about the shooting.
Some trauma don't just go away. And we need to figure out and try to piece together what exactly happened. And right now, my heart is heavy for my community. My heart is heavy for Madison. We have to come together as a community and figure out what happened here and make sure that it doesn't happen in any other place that should be a refuge for students in our community.
Wow.
Yeah, so heavy hearts, and, thoughts and prayers.
Yeah, and we don't know if the one shot or the kids or anything. We don't have any information on that. Okay, well, we're going to be watching this one and keeping our eye on it. I mean, it's just so unfortunate that you have to. This is part of our society, and it's not going away. Unfortunately,
yeah,
it's not going away. I believe that the mental health issues are lacking the attention they need in this country, and I believe that it's manifesting itself in these shootings,
Yeah, the root causes, that's what everyone always, it seems like it falls to, people forget that, like, there are root causes that you could address to this.
Well, and it's not that these root causes are new; they've always been around, but people have dealt with them differently. Their coping skills have come to a different level than pulling out a gun and blowing away students in a school. I mean, that's just seems insane to me that that's how you deal with your issue. But the issues that are going on in their head is what we're not getting to. We're not getting to what the mental capacity of and the issues that are happening out there, and how do you know? It's easy to tell when somebody is physically sick. If you come in here and you're coughing and you're sneezing and you're spewing things, we know, oh, look, Ben's sick. Go home, Ben. Go see a doctor. Go, we can physically look at you and tell you, but mentally you can't tell somebody that they need to go see a doctor. They may need to go see a doctor just like you need to see a doctor, but how do you tell that, and how do you help people through that? You have to, we need better systems, I think, in our
I would agree. According to
society.
CNN, this puts us at 83 school shootings
I was just looking that up. Yep, 83 school shootings this year in 2024.
Which would be the most in the last 20 years.
Well, it's
and just one above last year, which was 82.
Oh, last year was 82? Jeez, Louis. Well, the year's not over. Come on.
Right. Yeah.
We still could have some more. Yeah, no, we don't want any more. That's enough. But, can you tell me 82 school shootings that you know of that happened this year? No.
That's the thing. Yeah, I was almost going to lean out and say, it feels like there's been less than in previous years, but maybe it's just, again, the coverage and the numbness that you get associated with. It's that old, the Onion article thing.
Well, we're not.
Happening.
Yeah. Well, the problem is we're not. Like 82 school shootings this year. I could tell you, I don't know, 2, maybe 3 that happened this year.
Right.
I can't tell you 80, 80, whatever. I mean, I don't think I've heard of 80. I don't think you've heard. I don't think anybody's heard of. I mean,
I've heard of a lot, but it's almost like it's sad that there's been weekends where it's like, 3 of these happened. So.
Right. And it's in one ear and out the other. It's like away we go. Oh, yeah. The school ones, I mean, mass shootings are different. There's been more mass shootings in the U.S., like mall shootings or whatever, other work shootings, whatever.
Categorize it,
yeah. But the schools are the ones that get your attention because those are kids.
Yeah.
And they didn't ask for this. This is not okay. Not okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're going to have to keep our eye on that one. That's kind of sucky.
Updates as they come.
All righty. We'll keep our eye on that one. We're going to do a quick spot break right now. We're going to come back with our historic songs of the day. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this.
An annuity, either fixed rate, indexed, or variable? Are you paying high fees and getting low returns? If so, Annuity General would like you to have this free book to learn the pitfalls and mistakes of buying an annuity. The Annuity Do's and Don'ts for Baby Boomers contains the little-known truths about annuities, like how to help reduce your fees and increase retirement income. And it's free. That's right, free. As a bonus, we'll also throw in a free annuity rate report just for calling. We researched over 1,000 annuities and summarized rates and benefits from financially strong insurers. You get Annuity Do's and Don'ts for Baby Boomers and the Annuity Rate Report, both absolutely free for calling Annuity General today. Hurry, supplies are limited. Call now.
800-760-1845. 800-760-1845. 800-760-1845. That's 800-760-1845.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move. So I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Why pay more for prescriptions? Stop overpaying and start saving with SingleCare. It's easy. Find your prescription on singlecare.com, show the coupon at the pharmacy, and start saving. SingleCare works at pharmacies nationwide and is completely free to use, whether you have insurance or not. So the next time you fill a prescription, check SingleCare to make sure you're getting the best price. Take control of your prescription costs. Go to singlecare.com or download the free app today.
Political party poopers got you down? Shake it off and join me, Dennis Sonar Green, every weekday from 4 to 6 p.m. on WRMN for A Political Talk Show, where we cut through the doom and gloom with a focus on America first, constitutional values, and a populist perspective that puts you, the citizen, at the center of the conversation. At WRMN, the talk of the town, we're not afraid to challenge the status quo and bring you the straight talk you need. Whether you're frustrated with the political establishment or looking for a clear, some nonsense analysis, this show has you covered. Tune in. Let's take on the issues together with a fresh, unfiltered approach. Catch us every weekday from 4 to 6 p.m. on WRMN, A Political Talk Show. WRMN, the talk of the town.
That peculiar. Yeah, I guess it is peculiar. Welcome in, everybody. It's time for Talk Time with Tammy and Friends. We've got Ben here as our producer and friend. He's not a girl, but he can talk just like him. Just as much, if you will. Let's see. Let's talk a little bit about this day in music. What's the date today, Ben? Did you know it's December 12th today?
It's the 16th.
16th? Did you know it's the 16th today?
Sorry, I didn't mean to correct you so hard.
No,
I know I'm not
should've.
supposed to do that, Tammy.
No, you can. No, it's totally okay. I have the 16th written down on my paper, and for some reason my brain saw it and said 12. I don't know why, I cannot take full responsibility for what my brain does some days, and today is one of those. So let's talk about the 16th, on December 16th, this day in music history. Now, this is one of my favorite holiday songs, actually. On this date in history is "Baby It's Cold Outside." You know that song?
Oh yeah.
Okay, it got a little grief over the years, and on this date in 2018. So this was an original from Ella Fitzgerald in 1947. She recorded that originally. And love the song, think it's great. And then it got a little grief because it was I believe the term was date rapey. Like they kind of, they kind of bugged him a little bit. But after some supporters of the Me Too movement expressed an interest in banning the song "Baby It's Cold Outside," a Kentucky radio station decided to show its support for the nearly controversial song by playing it on repeat for 2 hours. The song had faced controversy as people began to scrutinize the situation portrayed in the lyrics. It was written in 1944. It describes the exchange between a man and a woman as the woman expresses her desire to get home and the man tries to persuade her to stay. At one point, the woman even asks, "What's in this drink?" So there's also, by the way, another version of this done by a woman. It's Chloe Deschanel. What's her first name? I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's Chloe.
And she does it with the guy from Alf. What's his name?
Yeah, Will Ferrell.
Will Ferrell. There it is.
Buddy the Elf.
Buddy the Elf. They do this little thing together.
Nice.
This version we're listening to is Michael Bublé and Idina Menzel, and this is a really cute video. If you can see the video, it's a couple of little kids doing it.
All right.
Here's a little bit. We'll listen for a little while.
Your eyes are like starlight
To
now.
break this spell,
I'll take your hat. Your hair looks swell.
I wanna get home for dinner.
Mind if I move
So
in
it's time for
closer?
me to cast you aside.
Oh, what's the sense of hurting my
I
pride?
really can't say.
Baby, don't hold out. Baby, it's cold outside.
I simply must go.
Baby, it's cold outside.
So thanks for the show.
But baby, it's cold outside.
The welcome has been
How lucky that you
so
dropped in.
nice and warm.
Look out the window at that
My
storm.
sister will be suspicious.
Gosh, your lips look
My brother
delicious.
will be there at the door.
Waves upon a tropical
My
shore.
maiden aunt's mind is
Gosh,
vicious.
your lips are
Maybe
delicious.
just another dance
Never
more.
such a blizzard before.
I gotta get home.
Baby, you freeze out there.
Say, lend me your comb.
It's up to your knees out there.
You've really been grand.
I feel when I touch your
But
hand.
don't you see?
How can you do this thing to
There's
me?
bound to be a talk tomorrow.
Think of my lifelong
At least there'll
sorrow.
be plenty in play.
If you got pneumonia and
I
die,
really can't stay.
get over that hold up. Baby, it's cold. Baby, it's cold outside.
That's a cute, and it's not even really a holiday song. It doesn't really say holiday, but they only play it over the holiday, so it's kind of holiday. I don't know. I think it's cute. Lighten up, everybody.
Non-denominational. It's about weather.
Yes, it's cold. It's just cold outside. That's all it is. Let's see. On this date, and we've established that it is December 16th, not the 12th. You already know that. In 2013, Miley Cyrus, it was reported that Miley Cyrus had insured her infamous tongue for $1 million. Wow. I don't know.
From those are the came in like a wrecking ball days.
Yes, well, a source told Heat magazine Miley's aware of how her tongue is getting more headlines than she is, and getting it insured is just part of her trademarked image. It's not the first time she's done something like this. When she first cut her hair short, she tried to get her new crop patented. She wanted it to become known as the Miley, the haircut.
Who wouldn't want their hair to be? This is the Ben.
Yeah. Oh, that's the Ben. Yeah, I see. I don't know. I think that's a little egotistical, but that's just me. All right, 2011 on this date, the Beatles, an ultra rare Beatles 5-6 in store promotional poster sold at an eBay auction for $6,300. 17 bids were placed before the 20 to 28-inch rarity sold. Beatles 6, that's the Roman numeral 6, is here, was printed in block letters across the top of the black and white photo of the Fab Four with album art of the first 5 records printed along the bottom edge. Going, Gone, sold for $6,300. In 2005, the surviving Beatles and relatives of the band's late members began legal action against EMI to get royalties allegedly worth $30 million. Paul McCartney, Ringo Starr, and the relatives of George Harrison and John Lennon claimed EMI owed record royalties to their company, Apple Corps. And then in 2004, gold and silver Black Sabbath discs were stolen from the Kent home of Ozzy Osbourne's former manager, Patrick Meehan. Police recovered the discs a week later after they were offered for sale on the internet auction site eBay. Yeah. All you have to do is keep an eye on that. You'll find. Well, that used to be the only place to sell it. Now you've got other outlets to sell that kind of garbage. In 2003, on this date, Michael Jackson was out on police bail of $3 million after being arrested following allegations of child abuse. The 45-year-old singer strenuously denied the allegations, calling them a big lie. Following the allegations of child abuse, a special information website was set up by the district attorney's office because of the level of media interest in the case. Mr. Jackson, who was arrested, cited, and released after surrendering to police on 20th November, was due to appear in court on January 9th. And then Leanne Rimes on this date in 2000, the estranged father and former manager of Leanne Rimes made embarrassing allegations during a legal battle involving millions of dollars. One fact told in court was that Leanne paid her mother £6,700 every time she styled her hair before a show. Oh, that's expensive.
Yeah.
That's an expensive hairdo you got there, Mama. In 1993, on December 16th, MTV aired Nirvana's Unplugged session for the first time. The album featured an acoustic performance taped at Sony Music Studios in New York City on November 18th, 1993. Unlike many artists who appeared on the show, Nirvana filmed the entire performance in a single take with the band's 14-song set list, including 6 cover versions. So they just sat there and did 14 songs straight out of the hopper. That's pretty good. 1991, Chubby Checker filed a lawsuit against McDonald's in Canada seeking $14 million for its alleged use of an imitation of his voice. The song The Twist had been used on a French fry commercial. Oh, yeah, well, he wants it. 1989, Billy Joel went to #1 in the U.S. album chart with his 11th studio release, Stormfront. The album featured one of Joel's 3 #1 hits, We Didn't Start the Fire, a fast-paced song mentioning some of the major historical events that took place in his time and in the Cold War and other times. Let me see what else we've got here. Mick Taylor was the guitarist for the Rolling Stones, announced he was leaving the Rolling Stones in 1974, saying he felt that now was the time to move on and do something new. It's probably a mistake, Mick. Let's see, in 1970...
Yeah, here we are this many years later. They're still doing music.
That's right. So I think Mick made because nobody knows who Mick Taylor is, I don't think.
There's one Mick.
One Mick. There's only one Mick. There's only room for one Mick. Let's see. 1971, Frank Zappa's 200 Motels film opened at London's Piccadilly Classic Cinema in the UK. The film was also featured Ringo Starr. Covers a loose storyline about the mothers of invention going crazy in the small town of Centerville. And in 1970, Creedence Clearwater Revival. 5 singles and 5 albums by Creedence Clearwater were certified gold in the U.S. Then, on this date in, what did I say that was? 2007, that was, hold please, I got to find that bad boy. Where is it? 2007 was Dan Fogelberg. He passed away. American singer-songwriter Dan Fogelberg died at his home in Maine at the age of 56. The U.S. singer-songwriter discovered he had advanced prostate cancer in 2004, had the 1981 album The Innocent Age, which featured his hits Leader of the Band, Hard to Say, and Run for the Roses. Here he is. We're going to go out.
Only child alone and wild, a cabinet maker's son. His hands were meant for different work, and his heart was known to none. He left his home and went his lone and solitary way, and he gave to me a gift I know I never can repay. quiet man of music, denied a simpler fate. He tried to be a soldier once, but his music wouldn't wait. He earned his love through discipline, a thundering velvet hand. His gentle means of sculpting souls took me years to understand. The leader of the band is tired and his eyes are growing old, but his blood runs through my instrument and his song is in my soul.
Yam we pick, we give one away. In the world they cultivated, I love preparing and eating dinner with my family on Sundays. When our resources changed, food assistance programs sustained us. They gave me fuel to start my first culinary business at 16 years old, and inspiration to donate the extra food in my community. Through my life, I've developed an appetite to work with others to ensure everyone has access to the nutritious food we need to thrive. Together, we can help end hunger. Come on, join the movement with Feeding America by volunteering, donating, and advocating. Learn more at feedingamerica.org/act now.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Your hometown radio station since 1949. We are WRMN AM 1410, Elgin time, 3 o'clock.
This is WRMN News.
I'm Marky B reporting. Facing troubling allegations including misconduct, racism, sexual relations on the job, and a good old boy hiring process at the Metro Police Department, leaders authorized an investigation that ended up costing about $1.57 million, according to the Daily Herald. But the agency has stayed silent about what a small army of attorneys actually uncovered. In 2023, Metro hired law firm McGuire Woods to review the accusations. When asked to release a report on the probe, spokesman Michael Gillis said last week that unfortunately, Metro is not able to provide a copy of the work done by McGuire Woods because it contains privileged communications and attorney work product. Metro did respond to a November Freedom of Information Act request for McGuire Woods invoices, but blacked out descriptions of the actual work performed. The Daily Herald appealed to the Illinois Attorney General's Public Access Bureau, which is reviewing the redactions. From Springfield, the Illinois Supreme Court has ruled that former Deputy Sean Grayson will remain in jail pending trial for the shooting death of Sonia Massey, a 36-year-old black woman killed in her home after calling 911. The decision overturns a previous appellate court ruling that found Grayson's pretrial detention improper and ordered a hearing to determine conditions for his release. The 30-year-old Sean Grayson faces first-degree murder charges in the July 6th shooting, which occurred after Massey called 911 to report a suspected prowler. During the police visit, an interaction in her living room escalated when Grayson then fired 3 shots, killing Massey. I'm Marky B, and this is the Talk of the Town.
WRMN News, produced in Studio 14 by the River Media Network.
With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Credan. Brought to you by Verizon. On Saturday, the Elgin Fire Department tackled a blaze at the Tent City homeless camp with 3 shelters engulfed by fire. Fortunately, no residents or firefighters were injured, though sadly a dog did die. The incident posed multiple challenges due to the extreme cold and the necessary precautions around the train tracks. Broadway sensation Courtney Reed is set to grace the stage at the Hemmons Cultural Center, accompanied by the esteemed Elgin Symphony Orchestra. The event inaugurates the first presenting season after over a decade, but also celebrates the center's most recent renovations. Tickets are available for $22 each. Over the weekend, the annual EPD Elves, the Elgin Police Department Elves event, brought festive cheer to local children, allowing them the chance to shop for the holidays. The initiative is supported by generous donations by organizations like Meijer, Elgin Fresh Market, and the Police Union. With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Credan.
Thanks to Total Wine, you saved more on all the gifts for the ones you adore. Wines and beers all nestled on shelves. Got some advice from our helpful elves. Oh, so many gifts to explore when you go to Total Wine and more. Bottles so delightful, whoa. Priced so amazingly low.
With the lowest prices for over 30 years, you'll always find what you love and love what you find. Only at Total Wine and More.
Drink responsibly, B21.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds, which could be life-changing. I mean, you could put that money towards concert tickets for your daughter to see that singer who sings about painful breakups. And one song will inspire your little beauty to break up with that beast she's dating, Brian. Instead, she'll date someone who's nice and worthy of her love, not someone who addresses you and your spouse as bro. And it's all because you could save money switching at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates, not available in all states.
This is Sarah Silver with your Fox Valley forecast. This afternoon, mostly cloudy with a high near 50, falling to around 41. Gusty winds up to 30 miles per hour. Tonight, mostly cloudy with a low around 30, rising to around 32 overnight. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy with a high near 38. Snow likely tomorrow night with a low around 31. Currently, it is 45 and overcast. I'm Sarah Silver on the Talk of the Town, WRMN.
Thanks to Total Wine, you saved more on all the gifts for the ones you adore. Wines and beers all nestled on shelves. Got some advice from our helpful elves. Oh, so many gifts to explore when you go to Total Wine and More. Bottles so delightful, whoa. Priced so amazingly low.
With the lowest prices for over 30 years, you'll always find what you love and love what you find. Only at Total Wine and More.
Drink responsibly,
A recent Gallup poll indicated that 38% of Americans are putting off health care because of financial concerns, the highest ever recorded. I'm Dr. Bob Martin, here to serve you every Sunday afternoon from 1 to 4. Millions of Americans are seeking health advice that will not cost an arm and a leg, so I offer health tips and advice absolutely free. Listen to my show, Sunday afternoons from 1 to 4 right here on WRMN, AM 1410 and 96.7 FM, the voice of the Valley.
Theriault Booth, a leading local law firm, is located on the beautiful Fox River in downtown St. Charles. Here's Ryan Theriault.
For better or worse, there are just times people need a lawyer. Whether you are involved in a work injury, in an automobile crash, selling a home, or even planning for your estate after your passing, we're here. We're local. We're part of the community.
For more information, visit them on the web at tbfirm.com or give them a call at 630-526-4242.
Welcome back. This is Talk Time with Tammy and Friends, right here on Fox Valley Afternoons. It is, well, we're here from 2 to 4 today. And then don't forget to join us for the rest of Fox Valley Afternoons for a political talk show right here following Talk Time with Tammy and Friends. I've got Benjamin in here helping me out today. He's also going to be on that apolitical talk show. So if you want to stick around, you can see a whole bunch of Ben. Today is all about Ben, isn't it?
It's Tammy and Ben's today.
That's it. It's all about that today. Well, let's see. You know, what happens around the holidays for some people is they get depressed.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know anybody that does that? Like sometimes
sads.
They get the sads. Yeah, they get very, very sad about, you know, who knows? It could be, you know, a family member's not here anymore or new things that they're dealing with. They're just depressed because you're sick of saying how happy everybody else is. I don't know.
It's one of those easy excuses because things are always changing.
That's,
you know?
yeah, and it's something about this time of year that gets a lot of people in the dumps sometimes. I mean, a lot of people love it, but then there's that contingency. And so do you know what you can do to help yourself with that if you need to get yourself out of a funk?
Does it have to do with jokes?
No, but that's coming up next, though.
Okay.
We do have some bad dad jokes coming at you.
What's a good option?
And those would help. They would help.
Sometimes.
Yeah, but I think volunteering.
Hey, all right.
Taking yourself out of your little misery and putting yourself in front of other people who are less fortunate than you or need help some way, that you can help them. Whether it's coaching a kid that you know how to do a sport and they don't, or it's cleaning up a park, or it's teaching reading. I'm telling you, so many things. And what it does for you is it turns your head around. You're all busy and in your own little cloud. It opens your eyes to what else is out there a little bit, and it helps you. When my son moved to Nashville, he was all alone down there, and he was super sad. And he's like, and he didn't know anybody, and there was, you're new town, new job, all by yourself, you're young. And I told him to go volunteer, go find something.
Absolutely.
He started coaching soccer, and then he made a bunch of friends, and then, made more of them, met a wife, and here we are,
You just enter some sort of community.
Right.
Well.
But get out of your head and give to somebody else, and that helps you let go of all the boo-hoos that you got going on. Well,
great idea.
I've got some volunteer opportunities right here in Elgin, looking for people. So if you're looking for a little something, or maybe you got a New Year's resolution.
I try to stay away from the New Year's resolution. I'm just an all-time resolution.
Everyday resolution.
Yes, every day is a
see.
new day.
I did one last year, and I'm still doing it to this day.
That's
still
good.
sticks. Do you want to know what it is?
Yeah.
So here's the key to New Year's resolution. I'm going to do a whole show on these not next week, but the week after. The key to a New Year's resolution is it's got to be doable and simple, little simple.
Yeah.
So you know what I did? I'm sick of by the end of January, you're done with it. You're done with it.
Yeah.
So I made a very simple, easy one that every time, I wouldn't say I can't have pizza, but every time we get pizza, I have to have a salad first.
Okay.
That's doable.
Yeah,
that's
I like that
very
one.
doable.
Yeah.
I get my vegetables in, and then I don't want so much, and I'm still doing it.
What's better than salad and pizza?
Nothing. Well, maybe a little beer, but but I didn't say I couldn't have that.
Yeah,
I just said I had to have the salad. Yeah.
I mean, my ears perk up there. Like there was no mention of beer.
No,
and,
no.
Just had salad.
No, you can. I have to have salad with a pizza. That's my only requirement, and then
Beer's optional.
Beer is optional but mandatory. No, not with. I don't know. I could live without beer. I could definitely live without beer. So let me tell you, I've got some things here we can talk about. It is 3:11 right now, so we got a couple minutes here. I can talk about some of the places that are local around here that would, looking for a volunteer, looking for somewhere to volunteer. And then I'm going to do a quick weather forecast when we're done with that, and then we'll hit that bottom of the hour news. That's the game plan as we go through this. Let's see. Let me tell you who's looking for something. Well, you could either do it online, too, by the way. It doesn't have to be local.
Nice.
This is, you can become an international exchange student coordinator. International, from your couch. Volunteer to mentor, work with exchange students from all over the world and get rewarded. As an EF International Exchange Coordinator, you'll help high school foreign exchange students thrive in your America. So they're looking for, it doesn't tell me how many. A lot of these things will tell you how many, but this is the organization is the EF High School Exchange Year is what that's called. Another one that is looking in this area for tutoring, it's called Tutoring Chicago. Volunteer to tutor and mentor one-to-one with a student in the area. Become a tutor and a mentor and a role model. Tutoring Chicago is a free one-to-one tutoring program for students in grades 1 through 12 for the 2024-2025 school year. So that is Tutoring Chicago. That's where you would go to find out about that one. You can join us and save lives from your couch. Now, come on. I could be in on that one. This is the crisis text line. This is nationwide. They're looking for people this is mental health is a top concern in our communities. As a crisis text line volunteer, you can actively provide support to people struggling with anxiety, depression, loneliness, stress, and other difficulties. This is the crisis text line. They're nationwide. They're looking for folks to help man that text line. You can do that from anywhere. Number 4 on my happy list is to host an international high school exchange student in Elgin. This is high school student exchange programs is where you'd find this, and they're looking for volunteers in Elgin. The literacy tutor is number 5, and this is the literacy connection. That's where you'd go for this if you want to teach reading. Did you know that out of 8.7 million Illinois residents over the age of 25, over 419,000 of them, or 5%, have less than a 9th grade education? Low literacy impacts every aspect of life, and you can help with that. And then there's a general volunteer they're looking for the Boys and Girls Clubs of Elgin. Always looking for volunteers from community outreach events, support fundraising events, literacy campaigns. They can help with kids, help teach these kids to read. And then you can reach out and share their mission as well. So they're always looking. This is the Boys and Girls Club of Elgin, looking for volunteers. Transportation drivers for seniors they're looking for. This is the Senior Services Associate. They need 3, they have 3 opportunities available. Do you have a valid driver's license, insurance, and access to a vehicle? Are you at least 21 years of age, and do you like to drive, and do you have a passion for helping others? If so, contact the Senior Services Association. They're looking for 3 volunteers to help drive seniors. Let's see. Citizens Utility Board is looking for someone to help spread the word about clean energy. They're looking for 16 volunteers. So if you want to get involved in that, that's where you could go. And then we've got music teachers for underprivileged children. Now, my daughter-in-law does this. This is awesome. She has, and during the COVID, she did it via Zoom. She has underprivileged kids. She's very, very good in the piano. So she has underprivileged kids who want to learn the piano. So she will do virtual lessons with them. She started during the pandemic, and she just kept it virtual because it was easier for everybody. And now she still does it. She has 2 or 3 kids a week come on, and they learn songs. And what she teaches them, it's pretty cool, actually. She tries to teach them how to play a song they like, not like a...
Got it.
Did you take music lessons of any sort?
Only in school, like class.
Oh, okay. So when you're forced to take music lessons as a child, which I was, many instruments, but
hot cross buns.
You had to play the crap the teacher gave you in the book, and it's like crappy stuff you don't want to play.
Mary
you know,
Had a
it's
Little
like
Lamb,
yeah, right. Not even that good. You know, I mean, it's just like randomly weird notes put together. Well, she tries to teach them songs they want to play. Like she'll ask them, what are they looking for? She'll find an arrangement and then teach them how to sing and play with music. That's hard to do. Singing and playing piano at the same time. You got to learn how to. And so she's trying to teach these kids how to do it. It's awesome. It's fabulous.
That's great. Yeah, share the wealth of knowledge.
Yeah. I mean, well, my mother-in-law told my husband once, many, many years ago, 40, 50, 60 years ago, told him, if you have a talent, if God has given you a talent, you need to share that talent with other people.
Love it.
I mean, and that's what that is. That's what, teaching music to these kids.
That's half of the gift.
Yeah.
Passing it along.
Yeah, that's it. Let's see. So what else do we have? So this is the music teachers for underprivileged children. They're looking for 503 more opportunities. That's a lot of volunteers.
Okay.
They're looking for some volunteers, let's say. Music Link is in need of experienced music teachers and related volunteers in Illinois. With Music Link, children under 18 years old who show an interest in taking music lessons, you can help teach them through volunteering opportunities. That's Music Link Foundation. If you are musical and want to share that little gift with somebody, well, that's where you could go to do that. Let me see. What time do I have here?
Love it.
I've got till the bottom of the hour, so yeah, I got a few more minutes here. Let's see. And then we've got small business mentor. Maybe you've got an aptitude for business. You're good at business. You can definitely share that. Apply here today and join the Fox Valley chapter of SCORE and share your business experience and knowledge with entrepreneurs and potential entrepreneurs. You'll team up with colleagues to meet personally with small business entrepreneurs out there looking to build their businesses. This is called Fox Valley SCORE, SCORE, and that's in Elgin, looking for volunteers. Companions for hospice patients at the northwest suburbs. They are looking for, they have 26 opportunities for volunteers currently listed. Accent Care Hospice, and this is in Elgin, Illinois, 60177. I'm not sure where that is. Hospice companion volunteers visit with our patients in their homes or nursing homes. These visits provide companionship to our patients and provide much needed relief. That's a special kind of person right there. I mean, that you can go out and do that. God bless you. And if you are that kind of person, go do this because they need you. They definitely need you. Donation management is an opportunity in the Community Crisis Center. They're looking for one volunteer there. This is in Elgin. Donation management goals and the risk list will be determined between the Crisis Center staff and the volunteer manager. So you're going to help out there. They need some help with donation management there. And then we also have the First Illinois Robotics. That's the state championship presentation judges needed. So you can volunteer. This is interesting. To be a judge in the robotics world. Volunteers needed. Join the first community for inspiration and recognition of science and technology. We are looking for individuals to volunteer as judges at the state championship. Wow. So if you know something about robotics and you can qualify as a judge, there you go. I don't know where they get their judges. It is a volunteer thing, though. What else do we have? Another hospice, it's called Journey Care. They're looking for more folks to volunteer and come speak with their patients and kind of just make them feel a little bit better. They have 36 opportunities to volunteer at the Hospice Volunteer Center in Elgin. And then the Vistas Healthcare of Chicagoland is looking, this is their Elgin branch. Vistas is looking for kind and caring people to help terminally ill patients and their families. Again, certain kind of special person who can do that. That's awesome. If you are that kind of person, go help. Mindfulness instructors. This is Victory Afghanistan. Mindfulness Instructors Victory Afghanistan seeks a range of volunteers, well-being instructors to support Afghan girls in our psychological health program. Now that's interesting, right?
Wide-reaching.
Oh my goodness. They're looking for 5 people to help with this. It's a virtual opportunity. You're not going to Afghanistan. But hopefully they have a computer over there. Let's see. That is on our list for today. And then Habitat for Humanity Restore, of course. They have 2 opportunities for volunteers listed. You don't have to swing a hammer to help at Habitat for Humanity build homes. Restore in Elgin is a resale store of new and gently used furniture, home accessories, appliances, and they could use some help over there. So there's a couple of opportunities available for you there. And then Soup Mobile is looking for a prayer team warrior. Calling all prayer warriors, join the worldwide Soup Mobile prayer team as a prayer warrior and help us pray for the sick, homeless, and hurting, and others in need. So there you go. You can do that. They're looking for 3 volunteers. ENGIN program. The ENGIN program is looking for 86 volunteers. They have 86 volunteer opportunities. Now, this is out of New York, but it is a virtual opportunity. Online as a conversation partner. Are you ready to change a life from the comfort of home? Again, off your couch, you can do it. Enjoy ENGIN as a conversation partner. This is a flexible and unique opportunity to make a direct impact on someone's life. They're looking for 86 people to help them with this organization. It's ENGIN program. That's the name of it. And then you can engage your community in citizens science. Become an science starter in partnership with science cheerleaders. You can be a science cheerleader.
I feel like I already am.
What does one wear? Just a lab coat? Just a lab coat?
I think so.
Yeah, that's it. Nothing more. Just lab coat. Whether you're passionate about pollinators, starry-eyed about the night sky, or just excited about science, become a SciStarter ambassador. Might be for you. SciStarter ambassadors connect with their students. Let's see, how many do they need? They didn't give me a number. It's SciStarter in partnership with Science Cheerleaders. They're looking for more people who are science-driven, who want to kind of share that gift with other people. And then let's see, volunteer in a local senior home. They're always looking for that. If you are like, what, I have nothing to do, where can I go help somebody? Just walk into any senior home and ask them if you can just, cheer up their residents. If you're a teen in high school or college looking for hands-on community service opportunity, consider starting a Glamour Gals chapter at your school. Over half of seniors living, this is for the Glamour Gals Foundation, Inc. volunteer organization. And so you can start up your own organization and go visit these senior homes that desperately need, people to come in and talk to them. Community service for court anywhere in the USA. Community service for court anywhere in the USA. Call any day. Noble and prize. What is this? Ganga Ganga Library is what that's called. This is number 25 on this happy little list. Let's see if I can find you some other ones. Save Life. We already talked about that. From Your Couch. What else do we have?
How about that one? I never thought of that as an option before, being the text line.
Yeah.
You could do that.
Yeah, you could just answer. Well, I think you got to get some training in there for mental health stuff.
Yeah.
But how about this one? Beautify lawns for seniors in need. This is the Senior Care Volunteer Network. This is in Crystal Lake. Make a difference in the life of a senior in need. Join Senior Care Volunteer Network to help keep seniors' homes for as long as safely, keep them in their homes for as long as safely possible. Mow grass, rake leaves, trim hedges, do other household chores that they can't really get to. That's a great one, actually, to keep seniors in their homes. This one is also in Crystal Lake. This is the Alzheimer's Association Support Group Facilitator. This is in McHenry. Right now, millions of Americans face the devastation of Alzheimer's. This disease is robbing us of families, our futures, our finances. The Alzheimer's Association, their network of people and volunteers are available to help with your needs locally. This is 22 more volunteer opportunities at the Alzheimer's Association Illinois chapter in Crystal Lake. So that is a fabulous one if you want to, go try that. This one also, I know a ton of people who do this. Feed My Starving Children. Are you familiar with them?
I've heard that, yes.
They're in Schaumburg, and it is a tried and true volunteer experience. If you want to go do that, for sure, sign up for this. Volunteers are needed for 1.75-hour packing sessions to hand pack life-saving meals for starving children around the world. We can take up to 200 people per packing session. So they have a big organization there. They bring classes in and lots of opportunity there. This is in Schaumburg. If you're looking for something close and you want to help, here's another one, Meals on Wheels. They need people as well. Let's see, right now, Meals on Wheels, this is the Kenneth Young Center, which is right here on Gulf Road on the way to Schaumburg. Weekday Meals on Wheels drivers are needed the most right now. Meals drivers go to a central location, they pick up the meals, and then they go on their routes and they deliver them. If you can help them, call Kenneth Young Center. They are looking for they have 4 opportunities to help them with the Meals on Wheels that they bring out to folks in the community that can't get out and get their own Meals on Wheels, or can't get their own meals. That's fabulous. There's hundreds of these opportunities in here for anybody who wants to go volunteer. Go do it.
Love that.
It is awesome. It's volunteermatch.org. So this might be something to look at for, I know it's the holidays and everybody's crazy, but maybe in the new year. And maybe you're looking to kind of expand or maybe grow a little bit. This will do it for you.
Volunteermatch.com.
.org. Volunteer.
Okay.
Wait, let me make sure. Yeah, it's org. Volunteermatch.org. Yeah.
Cool.
So if you are out there and you're thinking, maybe I need to give back to my community a little bit, maybe I should do a little something, We got a little something for you right there. Let's see. I also have the weather forecast sitting around here. Let me see if I can squeeze that in before the end of the hour. It is currently...
It's beach weather right now.
It's lovely. I just saw a dude in shorts, and I am not kidding. He was right across the street there. I'm like, I knew I'd see somebody in shorts today.
Live it up.
Of course. Pretend it's summer, dude. Let's see. I got to find my little weather forecast, and I think, oh, there it is. Today is not Monday, though, is it? Funny how that happened. We're going to go this way, and then we'll go back down here. All right, let's talk a little bit about the weather. It is currently in downtown Elgin. Well, this is saying tonight we're going down to 30. Brr. Yeah. I know. But right now it's currently, hold please, I'll tell you that one in 2 seconds when I can learn to operate my phone. 45. It went down to 45 right now in Elgin. Right. We're heading down to, 44 now. If I keep my eye on it, it'll just keep dropping.
Jeez.
We're going down to 30 tonight. Cloudy early with some clearing expected late around, low around 30 coming your way tonight. And then tomorrow, well, let's see what we've got tomorrow. A mix of cloud and suns in the morning, followed by cloudy skies during the afternoon. That high is going to be 39 degrees. Thought you were guessing at how much it's going to be tomorrow. It's going to be 39, Ben. And then tomorrow night, cloudy snowstorms developing after midnight. Some mixed winter precipitation possible. That low is going to be 29. Those winds are light and variable tonight. Tomorrow, 60% chance of snow right now. Then on Wednesday, intervals of clouds and sun, 33. Wednesday night, 20 degrees is our low. Thursday, we've got a high of 32 and a low of 25. More snow coming your way. And then Friday, a high of 31 and a low of 12. Brr, starting to get a little colder at night there. So bundle up. Make sure you got your gloves and your little car scraper because we're getting some precipitation coming your way.
All right.
Hear that happy music? That means I got a skedaddle here. We're going to go to the bottom of the hour news break. Weather break, I think, is what we're going to get. And we'll be back with more after this. Don't go anywhere.
With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Credan. Brought to you by Verizon. Broadway sensation Courtney Reed is set to grace the stage at the Hemmons Cultural Center, accompanied by the esteemed Elgin Symphony Orchestra. The event inaugurates the first presenting season after over a decade, but also celebrates the center's most recent renovations. Tickets are available for $22 each. Over the weekend, the annual EPD Elves, the Elgin Police Department Elves event, brought festive cheer to local children, allowing them the chance to shop for the holidays. The initiative is supported by generous donations by organizations like Meyer, Elgin Fresh Market, and the Police Union. On Saturday, the Elgin Fire Department tackled a blaze at the Tent City homeless camp with 3 shelters engulfed by fire. Fortunately, no residents or firefighters were injured, though sadly a dog did die. The incident posed multiple challenges due to the extreme cold and the necessary precautions around the train tracks. With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Credan.
Thanks to Total Wine, you saved more on all the gifts for the ones you adore. Wines and beers all nestled on shelves. Got some advice from our helpful elves. Oh, so many gifts to explore when you go to Total Wine and more. Bottles so delightful, whoa. Priced so amazingly low.
With the lowest prices for over 30 years, you'll always find what you love and love what you find. Only at Total Wine and More.
Drink responsibly, B21.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds, which could be life-changing. I mean, you could put that money towards concert tickets for your daughter to see that singer who sings about painful breakups. And one song will inspire your little beauty to break up with that beast she's dating, Brian. Instead, she'll date someone who's nice and worthy of her love, not someone who addresses you and your spouse as bro. And it's all because you could save money switching at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates, not available in all states.
Are you 18 to 24 looking for a hands-on job leading to a career? Have you considered manufacturing? BCS, Business and Career Services, can help. The Manufacturing Careers Internship Program helps you gain work experience while earning money. You will obtain OSHA safety and forklift certifications. At BCS, there's also job placement and retention support. All services are free. BCS has locations in Cook and Kane County. Find out more today at bcsillinois.org. or call 224-545-0765. BCS, strengthening communities, building careers. Accepting applications now. 224-545-0765.
This is Sarah Silver with your Fox Valley forecast. This afternoon, mostly cloudy with a high near 49. Temperatures falling to around 42. Gusty winds up to 30 miles per hour. Tonight, mostly cloudy with a low around 31. Tomorrow, partly sunny with a high near 38. Temperatures falling to around 36. Currently, it is 43 and overcast. I'm Sarah Silver on the Talk of the Town, WRMN.
If you've been putting off holiday shopping, you're not alone. But the holidays are next week, so it's time to kick things into high gear. Macy's Holiday Countdown Sale is here to make last-minute shopping easy, with great deals on top gifts, like cozy hat, scarf, and glove sets from Coach, Kate Spade & More for $49.99. Boxed up and ready to give. Easy. So if you haven't gotten to everyone on your list yet, don't be too hard on yourself, but do shop Macy's ASAP. These deals end Thursday. Savings off already reduced prices. Exclusions apply.
Welcome in, everybody. It is 3:35 almost in the afternoon on a mucky Monday afternoon. Welcome in, everybody. And it's not now. Don't get me wrong. I don't mind the muck because it's 40 whatever degrees out. It's not so bad. It's going to get worse. It's coming our way again. But not so bad. That really cold stuff was awful, I think.
Yeah, it's shorts weather right now.
Yeah, I did see a dude out there in shorts. Yes, I did. Yes, he had a bag of like a fast food bag in his hand, and he had shorts on. I'm like, I knew I'd see a dude in shorts today. I just knew it.
One of us.
One of you. Yes. Do you have? I didn't look. Do you have shorts on? No.
I wanted to though. Well, as soon as I stepped outside, I was like, this could have been.
I could have contended with this one. Some shorts somewhere. Yeah. Well, you know what time it is now, young man.
What time is that?
It is time for our second News Nation clip du jour.
Oh, yes. So there's been a bunch of mysterious drone sightings still. Everyone's talking about that, and the story's still not resolved. The mystery over drone sightings reported in New Jersey and New York continued to grow as the number of sightings reported in northeastern United States is adding up, including at military bases and airports. News Nation's Kelly Meyer reports.
They say there is no evidence of a threat to Americans' safety because of these drones, but they still can't say definitively what they are. That's what has both Republicans and Democrats asking for more answers here. Republican Congresswoman Anna Paulina Luna tweeting dozens of mysterious objects fly over our communities daily, yet federal agencies continue to withhold answers and act as if nothing is happening. Stop stonewalling the American people and start providing answers.
So people are saying?
I'm with her. Yeah. I mean, I'm in. Where do I sign up, Kelly? I can't understand this. I mean, okay, so this has been happening since November, 14, something like that? A month, at least a month. So how is it that we can have things the size of buses flying over community every day for 30 days and nobody knows what it is? Somebody knows, right?
Yeah. I mean, no, it's at this point, it's just annoying and I think I saw that the FBI said something that like, it said people are just, they're mistaking manned manned aircrafts for drones.
Baloney.
But it's like, what is that then?
Well, why? Yeah, why do we have manned aircraft the size of buses flying over, like in groups of 3, consistently? Like,
right.
That doesn't make sense. You're full of hula waters. Like something's going on. You know.
The way I think of it is, there's so much air traffic. I don't even notice it if it's going. If it's going to be random and people are noticing it, then it's got to be weird, right?
It's enough to make you look up. The weirdest feeling, one of the weird feelings that I've ever had is 9/11, when they halted all the air traffic, and because I'm on the runway to O'Hare, so I can look out my back patio window and I see a line of flights coming in. Like I can always at any given time, it's constant. There was nothing. I mean, and it was that was a little weird. Where there's nothing in the skies for a very long time after that. But this is ridiculous. I mean, who do we have to talk to? Who's got the answer? I mean, whose jurisdiction is this? This is I mean, why is this happening? Somebody should know, have an answer, and either tell us what it is. If it's like I heard, like it could have been like picture taking drones and all that, but not for a month over they were saying for stock footage, like just generic picture taking drones. I don't think so.
Yeah.
I'm not buying that one. Yeah.
Doesn't add up.
No, there's something goofy, and maybe it's benign, but if it's benign, then tell us.
Exactly.
And if it's not benign, then tell us. I mean, we kind of need to know what's going on over there. It's ridiculous. So I don't know who's in charge of breaking that one open. Who do you think's how's that gonna work?
I think personally that it's going to go one of two ways. That there will be a logical conclusion, and they'll come out and say, "Oh, it was because of this."
Benign, something benign. We were collecting pollen samples or something goofy. Yeah.
That, or it'll just maybe the sightings will stop happening. It'll quiet down, and we'll just never know. We'll never have the actual concrete.
I don't think it's quietly going to go away. Is that what you're thinking? There's too much.
If it just stopped happening and then they just don't ever tell us what it was.
Well,
what are we gonna do?
Kelly Meyer's not going to let that go. Kelly, don't let that go. Stay on it, man.
I believe.
I mean, because that's like that stupid Chinese weather balloon.
Exactly.
And I'm putting weather in quotes. Do you see that weather balloon? Like it's the same thing. I mean, if they didn't tell us what that was, reporters would keep going after them.
Sure.
Like, we got to know what is that? Well, this is kind of the same thing. What are these things? I think it's time we find out what's going on.
It's in that annoying stage of a need to know basis, and the public deems that we need to know.
Yeah, we need to know. Yeah. You may not think we need to know, but we think we need to know. Listen, what could it actually be? I mean, honestly, if you look at what it could actually be, could there be ammunition in there? Could there be, like, we're going to blow something up? If they're going to blow it up, don't you think they would have done it by now?
Yeah. My assumption is that it's just new technology that they're testing.
Back and forth every night. Yeah. Something like that. But they don't want to let out with what it is. Can't they go do that in a desert somewhere where nobody's around instead of New Jersey?
Right. Yeah. It's weird that so many cases are coming from just the East Coast. I've seen some Pennsylvania, maybe one or two Ohio. Nothing Midwest or anything like that.
No. Well, I mean, it's not a UFO. It's a drone. I mean, it's like we know what it is. We just don't know who's operating it.
It's an IFO. It's an identified.
Right? It is not a. You're right. It is a. Well,
there's probably a term for that.
I know they have a new name for UFOs.
UAPs.
Yeah. What does that mean again?
Something.
Right.
I can look it up. I forget.
You got the APs part down though. I couldn't even remember that rest of it. So
identified aeronautic something.
All right. Well, keep your eye to the sky. Make sure we don't have any drones hanging around us. And we're going to take that last quick break of the program. We're going to be back with some bad dad jokes, holiday style. Don't go away.
Attention restaurant owners, are you struggling with grease trap issues or bulk grease removal? Look no further than Hopkins Grease Company. Serving the greater Chicago area since 1947, Hopkins Grease has been the go-to company for grease recycling and maintenance, offering a range of specialized services for restaurants, big or small. From used cooking oil collection to grease trap cleaning, their full fleet of vehicles and dedicated team of employees ensures fast, efficient service in areas like Elgin, Crystal Lake, Algonquin, and Schaumburg. And they're not just a business. They are part of your community. As a family-owned company, Hopkins Grease is big enough to meet your needs, but small enough to give you personalized, friendly service. And they proudly support America's First Responders through our partnership with America's First Responders Fest. So when you choose Hopkins Grease, you're choosing a company that gives back. Need service today? Call Hopkins Grease at 847-458-4040. We're ready to take your grease worries off your plate.
Businesses come in all shapes and sizes. Integrity doesn't. For more than a century, the Better Business Bureau has set the standards for how businesses should operate honestly and ethically. So when you're looking for a business you can trust, check to see who's BBB accredited and who isn't. Always choose the better business. Look for the BBB seal because it's looking out for you. That's why it's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Sometimes I struggle to get to sleep. My body stopped for the day, but my mind is still running. So I take ZzzQuil.
ZzzQuil, the world's #1 sleep aid brand, has a range of non-habit-forming products to fit you and your family's needs. Invest in a great night's sleep for the best you tomorrow.
I'm awake and ready to take on anything.
Better days start with ZzzQuil nights. Explore our products at ZzzQuil.com. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Looking to stay informed on the political issues that truly matter? I'm Dennis Sonar Green, inviting you to join me every weekday from 4 to 6 p.m. on WRMN for A Political Talk Show. WRMN, the talk of the town, is where you'll find clear, balanced analysis of the day's biggest news. We dig into the headlines, cutting through the noise to deliver the facts and insights you need to stay informed. Whether you're deeply into politics or just want to understand what's going on, this show offers the depth and perspectives that matter. Tune in every weekday from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. on WRMN and be part of the conversation that's shaping our community. Let's navigate today's political landscape together on A Political Talk Show, only on WRMN, the talk of the town.
Welcome in, everybody. It's time for a little girl talk and a little boy talk. We got Ben here today. Yes, we allow boys on the show. We do. We're an equal opportunity talker. Welcome in, everybody. It is Talk Time with Tammy and Friends. We've got, maybe 15 minutes left, maybe something like that. And we're down to the end of the show. So you know what's traditional for this last segment, don't you?
Need it.
It's time. It's time for some bad dad jokes. We need a music of some sort or something. I don't know. Bad
need to
dad
get the
jokes.
funnies. Yeah, need to get the funnies out.
Maybe some, I don't know. There it is. There's some applause. You're welcome.
Smattering of applause.
Yeah, you're going to hold those applause because I think I'm going to get some groans in a second here. But our bad dad jokes are going to start with some, let's see. Why? Do you know why the gingerbread man... Wait. Oh, man, I lost it. It was already a good one. I can't find it. It was about the gingerbread man. Here it is. How does the gingerbread man get around with a broken leg?
A gingerbread cane?
Candy cane.
Oh,
you were so close. So close.
Yeah. Is a gingerbread cane even a thing? Jeez.
No, but a candy cane is definitely a thing.
Yeah.
Let's see. Hey, why did the Christmas turkey form a band?
Because he was on key.
Because he had drumsticks. Dun-dun-dun. That's a good one.
I like it.
Let's see. Now, this one's a little weird, so hold on to your hat. Where do you buy a Christmas gift for your pig?
Piggly Wiggly?
Very close.
Ooh.
Amazon.
Oh.
Ta-da.
Wow.
What's the most festive herb?
Holly.
Christmas time.
Yep.
Time. Get it? The time.
Get it.
Yeah. I gotta work on my delivery on some of these. What do you got? You got any of these?
I've got some corny Santa jokes.
Let's go with your corny Santa joke. What do
Okay,
you got?
so what is Santa's favorite sport?
I give up. What is Santa's favorite?
It's North Pole vaulting. Yeah, he's only got the one place to go and do some winter sports.
Well, that's it, and he takes full advantage of that. Although I'm having a hard time picturing Santa pole vaulting right now, but it's the holiday. I'll wait.
He gets bored.
Yeah,
he gets bored up there.
January. I bet I don't know. June's kind of boring up there, so he's got to figure out what to do. Hey, what did Santa say on Christmas morning?
What did Santa say? Just his normal ho ho ho?
Nope, not his regular old ho ho ho. He said, "That's a wrap." Get it? WRAP.
I get it. Okay.
Put on bum.
Oh, I had my finger in the.
There we go. Your finger's got to move a little faster, young man. Why is a foot a good Christmas gift?
Because it's a reason to have an extra stocking.
Close. It fits right in the stocking. Very good. Very good.
Stocking element to it.
Let's see. Why does a broken drum make a good Christmas present?
Because it still works 2 times a day. I don't know, like a clock.
No. Nice try, though. It can't be beat.
Oh.
It's broken.
That wasn't the drum. Right there. The working drum.
That working drum worked, yes. I can always predict what's inside a Christmas present. You know how? You know what it is?
If it's not an Etch-a-Sketch by shaking it?
No, it's a gift. I always know it's a gift.
Oh.
You get it?
I get it.
That one's bad. That one's bad. Some of these are really bad. It's delivery. You got to do the delivery. Let's see. You got any more over there on your thingy?
I have a couple here.
Right.
Okay, so what kind of insect hates Christmas?
Ooh. An ant. A bah humbug.
Yes.
Aha!
You got it.
That was the last
wow,
minute.
You pulled it out.
I pulled that out of my thinking cap.
Humbug.
The bah humbug.
Scrooges.
I like it.
Infested with those.
Hey, why couldn't the teacher find anyone to help her with her gifts?
Because why couldn't the teacher find anyone to help her with her gifts? Because no one liked her as a teacher. I don't know.
No one was present.
Oh, it was present.
Buying presents this year is a bit of a tree for all. Yeah, that's a bad dad joke right there. What do you get when Santa brings in the presents and a fire is burning?
No presents.
No gifts. Yeah.
No gifts. Yeah.
Crisp Kringle.
Oh, all right. Wow.
My wife said if she didn't like my Christmas gift, she'd burn it. So I got her a candle.
There you go. Save yourself for that.
What's the scariest thing about the holidays?
Let's see. Overdoing the stuffing for dinner.
The ghost of Christmas presents.
Yep. That is true.
I guess so. I don't know. What do you call Santa's most impolite reindeer?
Jerky.
Rude off.
Oh, okay.
No, he's never rude. That rude off, is he?
I like jerky because it's like a double meaning.
It is
Makes some reindeer
actually
jerky.
right. Or, well, that's not good. That means you could eat the reindeer, right? Yeah. If he doesn't behave, I'm just saying,
Yeah,
it's a
throw that
possibility.
on the table.
Yeah, all right, you are a harsh discipliner. Let's see. What does Santa eat for breakfast?
Berries of some sort.
Frosted flakes with berries.
Yeah, of course.
What's red, white, and blue all over?
Newspaper.
Sad candy cane.
Sad candy cane.
I know that's bad.
Okay.
What do you call Santa when he's wearing earmuffs?
Anything he can't hear you.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. What do snowmen call their offspring?
Snow kids.
Children.
Hey. Okay.
Where does Santa cash his paychecks?
North Pole Bank.
At the snowbank.
Yep, makes sense.
There you go. You're close. You were very, very close. What's Santa's favorite candy?
Candy cane, I would have to think.
Jolly Ranchers.
Because of the jolliness.
Because they're jolly. Yeah,
Mhm.
well, they're happy.
That should be everybody's favorite candy.
It should
Those are
be.
Great.
I kind of like it. It's not bad.
Gone away.
Has it? Haven't seen
I
them
haven't
in
seen
a while.
them around. It used to be a thing like someone would just always have some Jolly Ranchers.
They used to, yeah. I think it was more popular back in the day.
Yeah.
Sugar's being frowned upon these days.
That's
You
true.
got to look out for your sugar.
True.
They're saying sugar is like the tobacco of the 50s now.
Oh, come on. Then what's tobacco?
What, tobacco? Nothing. There's nothing wrong. Yeah, go ahead.
No.
Why don't you have a little puff on that one right there? No, they say
Don't
they say that. Have you heard that? Sugar is as bad for you, and it's as blatantly available as tobacco was in the 50s, and that they're going to start like cutting. We should like be pulling the sugar out of our diet because
Sure.
it's
Well, they've always said it's like the top triangle, and like they even put that there. And we're like, you could not have that at all.
sugar.
Mm-hmm. It's not necessary.
Well, it's number one on my pyramid. I mean,
Yeah.
it's the big part on my pyramid. No, it's not. I mean, yeah, we've gotten used to it. You know,
Yeah.
getting used to
one of
getting
those-
away from it is what we got to do.
The refined sugar. That's what you
Refined
don't need.
sugar, we don't like that. The white sugar, it's bad, bad sugar. Let's see. What's a Christmas tree's favorite candy?
Christmas tree. It would have to be the candy cane.
Yeah, you keep going for that candy cane, but it's not it. Ornaments.
Duh.
Get it?
Oh man, yeah.
I get it.
It's man. That one. It's upsetting because it has to be a candy cane though.
It has to be, but it's
Give
not.
me one candy cane.
It's ornaments. All right, let me see if I can find you a candy cane one.
Well, what did Santa Claus say to the Christmas tree?
I give up.
You need to lighten up.
Let's see. What's red and green and flies?
Red and green and flies. Santa's sleigh.
A sleigh sick Santa.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he gets a little motion sick Santa does.
That's the green.
That's the green part. Yeah, I didn't know that. I didn't know he got motion sick. Poor Santa. He should take a Dramamine. He's got a lot to do. What did one snowman say to the other snowman?
Sup, snowman.
Does it smell like carrots?
That's a good one, actually. Give that a tisk.
Did-um-tum and a rim shot.
Yes.
What do you call a pig pen in water? Oh, I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that. What do you call a pig pen in winter?
A pig rink.
A pigloo.
Pigloo. Yep. All right. I was thinking ice rink.
You're very close. Who delivers Christmas presents to cats and dogs?
Saint Catcalis.
Santa Paws.
Santa Paws.
Santa Paws.
Okay, I like that.
What do you call a snowman in the desert?
Just a pile of coal and sticks and a carrot.
An oasis.
Okay.
What's big and jolly and says, "Oh, oh, oh"?
Not Santa.
Santa walking backwards.
Oh, get it.
Where does Santa stop for coffee?
Starbucks.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it. Starbucks with the bucks with the reindeer. You get it?
Oh, get it.
Starbucks. Yeah,
Yes.
And they're in the stars.
Mhm.
What do Christmas trees get when they go numb?
Cold, chili.
Pines and needles.
Okay.
Instead of pins and needles. Yeah. Let's see. I'm working out my good ones here. What falls at the North Pole but never gets hurt?
The temperature.
Snow, but that's a good one.
Okay.
Temperature was a good one. That was a good one. What do snowmen wear on their heads?
Hats.
Snow caps.
Yeah. Nice. Those are good candies too.
Yeah, they're my favorite movie candy. Yes.
Okay.
Like if you had to buy candy, like if you're going into the theater and you got to stop at the concession stand, besides the tried and true popcorn and the soda, what's your go-to candy?
Peanut M&Ms. Then you add those in the popcorn.
No.
Yes.
No, stop
Yeah,
it.
the
Peanut
savory and the
M&Ms.
sweet.
Oh, now peanut M&Ms is my absolute go-to on a flight
Okay.
with red wine. It's a very classy combination: red wine and peanut M&Ms. There's chocolate. There's nuts. It's that's my every flight I'm ever on. If it's not like 6 a.m., I'm gonna do a red wine. Maybe 8 a.m.
If it's spring break.
Yeah, spring break, 6 a.m. Sure, I'll do a red wine. I can't do red wine in the morning. In fact, I gave up red wine, so I don't know what I'm gonna do now. I'm just gonna eat the black or the M&Ms, the peanut M&Ms.
It's like halfway to a charcuterie already, right there.
It is. All I need is like maybe some jerky that we named the other guy back there. Let's see. Why can't Santa say the alphabet?
Because he never learned to read.
I don't understand this one. Because there is no L.
Noel.
I got it. Now I got it. Never mind. You don't have to sing it to me. I get it. What does a gingerbread man use to make his bed?
A gingerbread cane.
Cookie sheet.
Okay,
Yep, close. How do Christmas trees get ready for a party?
Christmas trees get ready for a party by dressing themselves in tinsel.
They spruce up.
Okay, yep.
Yeah,
that makes sense. Wait.
There it is. What does a stingy sheep say?
Put yourself to sleep, maybe? I don't know.
Bah, humbug.
There we go. That was guessable.
Totally. All right. Well, listen, you hear that happy music. That means it's time for us to skedaddle here for the day. We'll be back tomorrow. Until then, make good decisions. We'll see you then. Are you ready to take your brand to the next level? Image 360 South Elgin is your ultimate destination for custom signs and visual communication solutions. Looking to rebrand your office interior? Need striking vehicle wraps or decals for your fleet? Or perhaps you're in the market for a standout trade show display? At Image 360 South Elgin, they've got you covered. As your full-service custom sign and graphics partner, they deliver bold solutions and exceptional support. From outdoor signage to eye-catching store signs, indoor graphics to comprehensive branding solutions, they have the experience to elevate your brand's presence. Trust Image 360 to create a long-term partnership that gives your brand 360 degrees of exposure. Visit them at 506 Sundown Road in South Elgin. Image 360 South Elgin. Bold solutions, exceptional support.
Your hometown radio station since 1949. We are WRMN AM 1410, Elgin time, 4 o'clock.
This is WRMN News.
Hello, I'm Dennis Green. There's a growing crowdfunding effort to pay the legal fees for the man accused of killing the CEO of United Healthcare. Luigi Mangione faces second-degree murder charges for shooting Brian Thompson. News Nation's Mills Hayes reports.
People are also throwing their money behind Mangione's case. A GoFundMe account was taken down, but a fundraiser on a different platform has raised over $120,000 for Mangione's legal defense fund. One person who donated $10 said, "Thank you for your bravery." People say that they are fed up with the health insurance industry because of lack of coverage and high health care costs.
Mangione has hired a high-profile criminal attorney to defend him. Moana 2 continues to top the box office for a third straight week.
What lies beyond, under skies I've never seen.
Disney's much-anticipated sequel has grossed over $337 million domestically and is poised to top $1 billion globally soon. Wicked took second place again. Kraven the Hunter rounds out the top three. Police say 5 people were hurt and power outages have affected more than 200,000 people in California after a rare tornado touched down in Scotts Valley on Saturday. California averages 11 tornadoes a year, usually in the spring and fall. For WRMN News, I'm Dennis Green.
WRMN News, produced in Studio 14 by the River Media Network.
From the pages of the Elgin newspapers of 100 years ago today, these are the headlines brought to you by the Elgin History Museum.
This is Alan Walters reporting the Elgin News from December 16th, 1924. Elgin and Ontario'ville were scenes of a reign of terror last night when John, Jack Grady, 28, and Wilbur Mayberry, 20, both of Elgin ran wild with 2 revolvers, a bowie knife, and a razor, and shot at one cab driver, assaulted several others, made threats to kill, stole an automobile, and held up a garage. Only after a fierce battle at Ontario'ville, where the drink-crazed men had gone to continue their terrorizing tactics, were they subdued and placed under arrest. Today, the pair waived examination before Police Magistrate George R. Thompson in police court, and both were bound over to the Kane County Grand Jury under $6,000 bonds each. Each was made a defendant on 4 separate charges, including robbery, 2 on assault with a deadly weapon, and larceny. In other news, candle-lighted Christmas trees will not be sanctioned under any circumstances this year by the State Fire Department, according to Fire Chief Elmer Henryson. The State Department also withholds its approval from lighted candles on a tree at a public gathering or at a school or church gatherings. 4 fires occurred last year in Illinois due to Christmas trees. 3 of them were caused by lighted candles and 1 by a short circuit in electric wiring. The small number of fires was due largely to the fact that the old-fashioned method of illuminating trees with candles has practically been abandoned.
Elgin 100 Years Ago is a presentation of the Elgin History Museum. Be sure to visit the museum located at 360 Park Street in Elgin, open Wednesday through Saturdays 11 to 4. You can also listen to Elgin 100 Years Ago at www.elginhistory.org.
This is Sarah Silver with your Fox Valley forecast. This afternoon, mostly cloudy with a high near 49. Temperatures falling to around 42. Gusty winds up to 30 miles per hour. Tonight, mostly cloudy with a low around 31. Tomorrow, partly sunny with a high near 38. Temperatures falling to around 36. Currently, it is 43 and overcast. I'm Sarah Silver on the Talk of the Town, WRMN.
If you've been putting off holiday shopping, you're not alone. But the holidays are next week, so it's time to kick things into high gear. Macy's Holiday Countdown Sale is here to make last-minute shopping easy with great deals on top gifts like cozy hat, scarf, and glove sets from Coach, Kate Spade, and more for $49.99. Boxed up and ready to give. Easy. So if you haven't gotten to everyone on your list yet, don't be too hard on yourself, but do shop Macy's ASAP. These deals end Thursday. Savings off already reduced prices. Exclusions apply.
Your kids could get free or low-cost health coverage from Medicaid or CHIP. Even if you've applied before, they may be eligible now. Kids up to age 19 are covered for checkups, vaccines, dentist visits, hospital care, and more. And if they already have Medicaid or CHIP, remember to renew every year. Visit insurekidsnow.gov or call 877-KIDS-NOW. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
When I never graduated from high school, I realized I wanted to go back to school because I didn't want to work these back-breaking jobs the rest of my life. With the help of my father and having my son, that was all the motivation that I needed to come back to school. I felt accomplished, made me feel that I could take on whatever challenges life throws at you.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
Hello, America, and good day to our friends around the world. Welcome to a political talk show here on WRMN. That's the WRMN of the 1410 AM variety, 1,410 kilohertz for those of you playing at home. Yeah, that's how much it is. It's quite a bit. That's there. But anyway, welcome aboard. Thanks for being here. I am joined by quite a few wonderful people. You've heard their voices before. One of them is executive producer extraordinaire, Ben Demonium Boquest. Thanks for driving the ship, buddy.
Howdy doody, Monetary Monday.
Hey, awesome show with Tammy as well.
It was fun.
Yeah.
Tammy and Ben's today, not just friends.
That's it. There it is.
Our bit is that I have multiple personalities.
Oh, yeah. So with Sven, do they all have an N at the end of it?
I believe, yeah. Or at least it has to be like one syllable.
That's close.
So
like you might have like a Brian. So just because there's a B in there?
Why not? You know, it throws, and it's basically centered on what my top jacket is. So.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. Chicago-based writer and commentator known for his witty insights, Elliot Serrano is joining us today. He's written for outlets like Chicago Red-Eye and Playboy.com. You didn't tell me that, sir.
Oh, yeah. That one's a fun one, yeah.
Where he explored the intersection of geek culture and, of course, our favorite topic, politics. Dubbed Chicago's King of Geeks. And L Train is how we refer to him here on the station. Welcome aboard, sir. Really appreciate that.
Thank you. As the cousin Oliver of WRMN, I appreciate y'all welcoming me with such open hands, arms. Hopefully, me being here does not spell the end of WRMN like cousin Oliver did for the Brady Bunch.
Doors open on the left. If you see something, say something.
You said you made a face when it was 1,410 kilohertz.
It's funny because last Friday when I was in the studio with you, you said that too, and I was like, "Wait, really? Is that?" That's how the frequency number comes? That's what the frequency number comes from.
Yeah, that's the frequency that we live on.
Wow. So I actually did not know that.
So if we were a download stream, right? Let's say if you were going to download just the feed coming in,
right?
We are 1.4 meg.
Okay.
Is it true if you take like a needle and then like hit it against a rock like 1,410 times in a minute, then you'll pick up our signal?
Maybe. I don't know. I've never heard that one.
There's got to be something.
But they did. So in the AM side of it, in I think World War II, they called them foxhole radios. And so you can do it without any kind of battery. You can actually pick up an AM radio.
I've seen those little the emergency radios that are supposed to be able to do that.
Yeah, those are battery powered, but what they used to do was you would take some wire, you'd wrap it around like a tube or something that would make your coil. Then you would have your diode to make sure you could actually get the signal, and then you could actually listen to it with a crystal earpiece, and you would just move a pencil actually on a piece of aluminum foil to pick up which signal you were going to pick up.
Then if like I had a potato that could power the
exactly. You get a potato, you get a clock, you know what time it is. That's there.
And eat it, alkalinity.
Hey, there you go.
It's like Gilligan's Island. Wow.
Or if you're in space, you can just like cut it in half and grow it, literally colonize Mars, all kinds of great things to do.
I understood that reference.
Speaking of colonizing Mars, I had to have a segue of some kind of thing. Speaking of colonizing Mars, you're right, Ben. It is Monetary Monday, and there's only one guy who seems to be interested in colonizing Mars. Seems to be interested. There's a lot more people that are interested in it, but leader of the pack, Elon Musk. And what we're going to talk about today is we're going to talk about the line of people that are millionaires or want to be millionaires and billionaires that are lining up for the, the old donkey smooches, let me bend it on over, the brown nosing type of stuff. We'll go into some quotes. One quote that surprised me the most comes from a Democrat. Fetterman was the craziest one for me. When we come back from the break, a political talk show will jump into all of the different billionaire shifts that may be coming in and singing a different tune. Remember, is it going to be the end of the world if we don't stop it right now? Now it's like, hello, end of the world. It's nice to meet you. Have we met before? Would you like some money?
Oh, this again? Yes. I've seen the billboards.
Exactly. More apolitical talk show here on WRMN with Ben Demonium, Bo Quest, and L Train Elliott Serrano. Coming up, thanks for listening. We'll be right back.
Get ready for Around the House every Saturday night from 5 to 7 p.m. on WRMN AM 1410. If you're a homeowner or contractor looking to tackle those projects that feel a bit too big, this is the show for you. Join Eric along with his knowledgeable guests as they dive deep into everything from DIY renovations to creating a healthy home environment. We'll provide you with the tools and tips you need to complete your projects with confidence and ease. But it's not all work and no play. We believe in having fun. Our passion for home improvement shines through as we help you save time, money, and reduce the stress of DIY. So whether you're a seasoned pro or just starting out, don't miss Around the House. Tune in every Saturday night and let's tackle those home projects together.
What's the best way to get rid of a timeshare that you don't want? Call the Timeshare Exit Hotline. We're a group of attorneys that help customers legally exit their timeshares. It's an easy process. We guarantee results or you pay nothing. Exit your timeshare today. Call now.
800-890-5957. 800-890-5957. That's 800-890-5957.
It's time for Christmas at Cantini, a time for laughter and joy, a time for cherished moments by coming together with the ones you love. Be awed by twinkling lights, feel the thrill of gliding on ice, and enjoy the cozy warmth of s'mores by the fire. Cherish the moments together this holiday season at Christmas at Cantini. Get your tickets at cantini.org. Sponsored by the Robert R. McCormick Foundation.
You said you'd never buy your kid candy from the checkout aisle. Or forget extra diapers. And never give in to a meltdown. You'd never lick your thumb to clean their face. Never let them have too much screen time. And never bribe them for just one more bite. You say you'd never let them out in public without their hair brushed. Never, ever become a minivan mom. And you'd never give them your phone for a quiet dinner.
Calling boss work phone.
So when you say you'd never leave your child in a hot car, no, it can happen. Cars get hot fast, and kids can be at risk in temperatures as low as 60 degrees Fahrenheit. Never happens. Before you leave the car, always stop, look, lock. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Welcome back to WRMN, WRMN 1410 AM. And for those of you on the old digital side, maybe you're inclined to throw some thumbs around. Maybe you got a few little clicks in you. You want to hear the clack of your keyboards. Maybe you got one of those nice ceramic ones. You just clack, 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 clack. Oh, so soothing as it comes through. Here's what you put in: WRMN 1410.com. That's com. And you can see us. You go right there. There's a big old link. Has a YouTube link right there. Click right on it. It's a lot easier to remember WRMN than it is to remember YouTube.com, right? You surely go to WRMN.com far more often than you go to YouTube.com. Where you can see us. But if you are on YouTube.com, go ahead and check out WRMN Radio, and you'll be able to see us. Hello.
And hit that subscribe button so you'll get an alert every time they come on. That's how I've subscribed to the WRMN feed. So that way, not only do I watch the shows during the day, if I watch it on my television, by the way.
Yeah, isn't that cool?
You can hook it up to your TV. It doesn't necessarily have to be on your laptop or your phone. And and then if you miss a show, there they are. You can go back, catch Talk with Tammy and Friends. It was Talk with Tammy and Ben earlier. But
do you ever do the remote talk in as well?
Yes.
Like you could say WRMN YouTube into the remote, and it'll show up in your smart stuff. So
your smart television, and you can always tell your smart speaker, play WRMN radio, and it'll come in off the app.
It sure does.
What a world.
All kinds of different places. I mean, what better than to just be like, computer, play WRMN.
I just want
computer.
my Earl Grey hot. I mean, that's what I see.
Oh, yeah.
We got really nerdy there, folks. For those of you who've never watched Star Trek, that was the Star Trek reference.
I want to, like, Worf.
Prune juice?
No, now, you can actually take your Alexa and make your Alexa respond to computer.
Yes.
Is one of the names for it. They got to it first. Also, a part of some more like Star Trek software, Gene Roddenberry said that anybody that can come up with it can call their program LCARS.
Ooh, cool.
So if you come up with the, library access and retrieval computer system, LCARS, if you can make an operational LCARS, there's a couple of them out there. But if you can make one, you can call it LCARS, whatever you want to do.
Although I never completely understood what the basis of the Starfleet computer was. I mean, it's very much like AI, you would think, because there is that one episode where I guess the Enterprise had traveled through so much of the galaxy and it collected so much information that the program became sentient.
Oh,
and then it just like split off as an energy being off into the universe. And I'm like, all right. So
life finds a way.
It does. So invent that, nerds.
Exactly. And we've talked about this before about invention as it happens in real life, not necessarily inventions or things for Star Trek or sci-fi or anything like that. But there are some things in sci-fi that we've brought into real life. Look at your phone. It's there. You're already looking at your phone. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it. But that's one of the things that was all sci-fi. Even growing up with me in the 90s, that was still sci-fi to be able to have a tablet in your hand and walk around with it. Sure.
Was it this classic Trek in the 1960s predicted the cell phone with the communicators? I mean, they even make cell phones that look like the classic communicator from Star Trek in the 60s. And the Next Generation predicted tablets.
So let's say I'm a billionaire's son, and I'm a nerd that knows the direction that technology is going.
Yeah, and it's your birthday party, and everyone else is just there.
Exactly. They're just there.
There's just elements to it.
But that's what I mean. So if I didn't want to really invent anything, but I wanted to seem smart, maybe I invest in a couple things.
Oh yeah.
You see where I'm going with this? The pathway I'm trying to set the train is where I'm going here.
Wasn't that Steve Jobs?
Steve Jobs is one of them, but Steve Jobs also brought software coding skills to the table.
Well, his buddy
as well.
His buddy was the one who did all the coding. Right? Steve Jobs was just there yelling at him, "Make it do this, make it do that." Mind you, yes, you do need an idea person, someone who drives the ideas, but you also need someone who knows the nitty gritty, who can do the actual coding. But yeah, I think you're talking about somebody else though.
Yeah, and this is where I get a little upset about all of the different things that supposedly the smartest, and also he must be the smartest because he is winning the scorecard right now of the most money in the entire world. So that does not automatically make you Tony Stark. First off, I just want to get that out there, Mr. Fetterman, please. John Fetterman has called Elon Musk Tony Stark.
Oh.
Now resemble. I mean,
not even close.
Like,
As a Marvel nerd, that really annoys the crap out.
So
of
let me talk about this. At what point in any universe, Marvel, DC, what's some of the other ones, Lion Gate, and a couple other crazy ones that are out there?
Image, yeah.
In any universe, at what point does the millionaire, billionaire, trillionaire separate to villain or hero? So Tony Stark, we've got
Lex Luthor.
Batman. That's what I mean. Then we've also got Lex Luthor, Dr. Doom. At what point does that split happen, and what should we be looking out for?
That's a good question.
Volcanic islands that he sets up out there is like, you know,
any reference to a lair.
Exactly.
That's when you know where they jump the shark.
Welcome to the X layer. Here,
I would just love to be that real estate agent that sells supervillains their lairs. You know, okay, this one.
That's why I love that show, The Venture Brothers.
Yeah,
so much.
They did that.
It's just a peek into that like super villain type of.
I can imagine that, like, you know, that voiceover with the crazy houses, like, this layer is inside a mountain, 5,000 feet below sea level at $400 million.
They did like a Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous as well, or that same kind of thing.
Oh, wow.
So complete with sharks.
Yeah, with lasers on their head.
What am I supposed to look for, Elliot?
Well,
like,
no.
what's out there? Why do I know that he's a benevolent billionaire versus, like, is he a Batman versus a Lex Luthor? Like, where do we have this?
Those are good. Those are actually good questions, which are tough to wrestle with, because first I'll address it from the comic book side.
Mm-hmm.
In the comic books, we have seen both sides of that coin expressed in Tony Stark, in Lex Luthor, in Doctor Doom, in and all this. Like, we've had Tony Stark kind of like turn quote unquote evil when he became the superior Iron Man, you know. And then Doctor Doom, like, if you read Doctor Doom in the comics now, he is portrayed as more of a benevolent dictator.
That's what I mean. The whole point of Doctor Doom and his whole strategy is, I've been to the future and I've seen that the only way to save humanity is for me to be king.
Because if you let people vote, they make really bad decisions.
And that was his whole point. And that could be why we're jumping into fascism right now, is to jump into that same kind of thing of like, look, if I'm going to take my hands off the wheel, I hope somebody puts their hand on.
Right.
If I'm going to check out, hopefully somebody that is important, smarter, whatever to me. And if you're important, smarter, you must have more money than me.
But that isn't that the thing, though, that we kind of rebelled against over time. We were getting really tired of the people who were much smarter than us wanting to be in charge.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
so now we just made the richer people in charge instead of the smarter people.
It's just if you got the money, then I guess. But so, but then now to me the practical question, I think you start flipping the coin, you know, one side or another, when it's who is being served with that money, with those intents. So if Elon Musk is really, you know, trying to advance humankind because, you know, we want to colonize Mars, fine. Why do we want to colonize Mars when let's be honest, nobody in this generation is ever going to live up there?
Mm-hmm. Well, for the real estate, obviously.
Right, and then but add to that the scientific advancements that come through the quest to figure out how to colonize Mars.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's what we got from the moon landings, right?
Because look at it this way: if we build a perfect bubble that we can feed, house, do everything, and sustain life on a completely deserted planet, why aren't we doing it here?
Exactly.
Is where the real question would come up.
Yeah, if I want to live in an utterly hostile environment where if I step outside I'm going to like burn alive, then I'll just set up shop in the middle of Arizona, in the middle of the desert,
in a biodome out there.
In a biodome. So is Elon Musk doing this to help the planet here, or is it because he knows all these advancements he's going to make along the way are just going to enrich him. It's going to be more stuff that he can put out for profit and just, again, keep increasing his net worth, which on the one hand, he'll tell, people say he's going to probably be the world's richest man, like the first trillionaire.
Yeah, the first trillionaire.
The first trillionaire.
He's on his way.
And yet when you talk to him about paying taxes on unrealized gains. I mean, that's how he's going to be the first trillionaire. It's not because he's going to actually have $1 trillion. It's because we are all going to agree. Everyone's going to get together and agree he's worth $1 trillion.
His credit rating.
Right. His credit, exactly. So we're all going to get together and agree. And he's going to gladly accept that. But we say, well, you're the first trillionaire. You probably should pay more taxes because of that. He'll be, well, I really don't have that much money.
Yeah.
I'm like, but dude, you're walking around that you're the first trillionaire.
And you're accepting loans.
Right.
As you being the first trillionaire. You are accepting government grants as if you're the first trillionaire. If you're worth the same amount as me, then why can't I get the grant? And I think that was my point at the beginning is if you take a nerd who has some sort of financial sense, or better yet, has more money to cover up more mistakes if they don't want to put anything into. Look at Tesla, look at X, look at everything that the solution was just throw more money at it after you cut everything down to the bone and it doesn't operate anymore.
Because I say Tesla has yet to run a profit.
Exactly.
Yeah, the company, they have more cars sitting in lots that they haven't sold.
And they're the largest auto manufacturer for electric vehicles, and they still have not turned a profit for it. Because that's what I mean is, and when we come back from the break on this one, and because this is my real question, is if you know the people, you can game the system and you can see into the future by comic books or any of the other tech that we pull inspiration from. If I have enough money, I could possibly be the first trillionaire too. This is where I'm not sure the genius level is necessarily that of the invention side as so much it is in the I can see a good opportunity as a genius opportunist. And there's nothing worse as an opportunist, or nothing worse for us than an opportunist with a little bit more momentum, a juggernaut, if you will.
To me, Elon Musk is more like that character that Sam Rockwell played in Iron Man 2, Justin Hammer.
Yep.
The guy who tried to be the big, showing his weapons were the best ever, and then when you try to demo them, they fall apart.
Because he took something that was half-baked, put money into it, and tried to use it for himself.
Yeah.
A Political Talk Show will be back. Hey, if you're going out there into the world outside of the radio coverage, take the app with you. It's right there on the App Store. We'll be right back after the bottom of the hour news.
With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan. Brought to you by Verizon. Over the weekend, the annual EPD Elves, the Elgin Police Department Elves event, brought festive cheer to local children, allowing them the chance to shop for the holidays. The initiative is supported by generous donations by organizations like Meijer, Elgin Fresh Market, and the Police Union. On Saturday, the Elgin Fire Department tackled a blaze at the Tent City Homeless Camp with 3 shelters engulfed by fire. Fortunately, no residents or firefighters were injured, though sadly a dog did die. The incident posed multiple challenges due to the extreme cold and the necessary precautions around the train tracks. Broadway sensation Courtney Reed is set to grace the stage at the Hemmons Cultural Center, accompanied by the esteemed Elgin Symphony Orchestra. The event inaugurates the first presenting season after over a decade, but also celebrates the center's most recent renovations. Tickets are available for $22 each. With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan.
Thanks to Total Wine, you saved more on all the gifts for the ones you adore. Wines and beers all nestled on shelves. Got some advice from our helpful elves. Oh, so many gifts to explore when you go to Total Wine and More. Bottle so delightful, whoa, whoa, whoa. Price so amazingly low, low, low.
With the lowest prices for over 30 years, you'll always find what you love and love what you find. Only at Total Wine & More.
Drink responsibly, B21.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds, which could be life-changing. I mean, you could put that money towards concert tickets for your daughter to see that singer who sings about painful breakups. And one song will inspire your little beauty to break up with that beast she's dating, Brian. Instead, she'll date someone who's nice and worthy of her love, not someone who addresses you and your spouse as bro. And it's all because you could save money switching at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states.
Let me tell you a story about Bill. Bill was a normal guy in his 50s. He had back surgery about 2 years ago. Bill was in a lot of pain. He dealt with his pain by taking the Percocets his doctor prescribed for him. Bill took more and more and more of them to help with the pain, until one day the prescriptions weren't enough to get rid of Bill's pain. Then one day Bill found someone to help him get rid of the pain with illegal drugs he didn't need a prescription for. Fast forward to today. Bill lost his job and his family. The only thing he does have is his drug dealer. If you know Bill's story and you don't want to end up like Bill, call the Detox and Treatment Helpline right now to get away and get treatment.
800-694-1127. 800-694-1127. 800-694-1127. Call right now. Help is standing by. 800-694-1127.
This is Sarah Silver with your Fox Valley forecast. This afternoon, mostly cloudy with a high near 49. Temperatures falling to around 42. Gusty winds up to 30 miles per hour. Tonight, mostly cloudy with a low around 31. Tomorrow, partly sunny with a high near 38. Temperatures falling to around 36. Currently, it is 40 and overcast. I'm Sarah Silver on the Talk of the Town, WRMN.
I love spreading joy with gifts this time of year, but I try not to spread my budget too thin. Luckily, Kohl's has come through for me once again. I just went and used a 25% off coupon to score so many great gifts under $20, like cozy pajamas and fleece, amazing gift sets, and beauty must-haves. So if you're looking to give more for less this season, get to Kohl's. Select styles, offers end December 24th. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
Welcome back to a political talk show here on WRMN. WRMN 1410 is the AM frequency, or you can go to WRMN1410.com. That's the HTTP or the HTML. What are they doing now?
Colon backslash.
What, do you even need to enter that these days?
You don't. You don't even need to type in the www anymore.
Right? Yeah.
So what happens is every address kind of lives on a server somewhere. They call it the DNS.
Mm-hmm.
And so that DNS turns around and says, hey, your website is both www.yourwebsite.com and also yourwebsite.com. So whichever friendly name you put in, the DNS will pop it over.
It's old hat saying the dub.
Yeah, it's extra words. So
triple dubs.
Like when I talk to my
kids are saying,
my students,
fellow kids.
Like when I talk to my students, I'm like, letters and numbers are words. So when you're doing a live read for a thing, or you're doing your 30-second read, and you got to make sure that it fits all in there. When you give out all 10 numbers to dial into, that's a sentence. You give that out 3 times, you just ate up 30 words of your entire spot. So we talk about that math of all the different things.
Do you focus on the enunciation? The big thing when I was at the school was my teacher said the Hunters Club.
The Hunters Club?
The Hunters Club. When you pronounce 100 like 100.
100.
Yeah, the Hundreds Club.
We do the vocal exercise. Diction is done with the tip of the tongue and the teeth.
I like it.
That's good.
Very.
So you get everything in there.
Anchorman.
Exactly.
With the tip of the
My
tongue and
favorite
the
one for Anchorman is the skeleton is in the shower. The skeleton ran out of shampoo in the shower. Like it was just.
Oh man,
there's a good one out there.
Well, when I was a kid, I had to go to speech therapy because I had a lisp. I spoke like this a lot, which today wouldn't matter. Then like they say, why, that was like that's like, why would you make a kid who's left-handed learn how to write right-handed? But it creeps in from time to time when I know if I'm talking on a podcast or on the radio or like, let's say reading an ad.
Oh, yeah.
I have to watch, have to catch that because it just creeps in from time to time.
Oh, goodness.
But the enunciation is really important, which is why I would always drive me nuts with like some of those songs, like, there's a bad moon on the rise, but it sounded like there's a bathroom on the right. I mean, what? Come on, you pop singers, you rock stars.
That's why you can't listen to anything by Eddie Vedder.
Yeah.
Literally, some of his lyrics are,
Yeah.
That's a literal quote by Eddie Vedder right there. Anyway, a shifted tone from political leaders and billionaires towards Elon Musk has been striking. Once seen as disruptive tech mogul whose audacious behavior could alienate policymakers, just look at what he's done with X and people leaving that. Disney and other GM, I think, left. IBM also left all of those different places. Musk is now the recipient of significant praise and overtures from influential figures across political and economic sides. So let's look at John Fetterman first. The progressive Democrat senator from Pennsylvania has gone from criticizing billionaires for tax avoidance to acknowledging Musk's role in advanced clean energy. Something must have happened to him. Fetterman recently highlighted Tesla's contribution to reducing carbon emissions, calling it a game changer in the fight against climate change. His statements signal a pivot towards cooperation with Musk, particularly as Musk's companies like Tesla and SpaceX align with broader green energy and space exploration goals. Green energy and space exploration goals, those are pretty lofty. It seems like something that if I was a evil villain, those were the things I would invest in. Space exploration, spaceships,
Martians,
tasty. Martians, yeah. It's why not some of those amazing grants? NASA, who's NASA? X is the space that you need to be in.
Elon, if you're listening to this, you probably will eventually because the dude's got rabbit ears, and you mention his name in any sort of like media, it gets to him. Elon, please, for the love of the baby Ian Fleming, name one of your SpaceX ships the Moonraker. Because you're talking about green energy, we're talking about space exploration. That was Ivan Drax in Moonraker. He had the bit with had that wonderful colony of beautiful people and a tropical paradise in a space station and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, do it.
Bond in space.
I think I would have to have a couple $1 billion to get on board, though. So there may be that. Ben, are we moving towards the movies that we fear so much? Is this what's happening so much? Like, I'm not saying full-on Mad Max. Like, that'll eventually happen, but I'm saying, like Hunger Games. We'd have to walk through Hunger Games before we get to Mad Max.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's getting harder to deny that people have the case of saying that, fact is stranger than fiction in so many cases. And it's weird. It's like we're all just at the will of, it's whatever crazy idea comes to mind that's going to be the focus. Like you said, a lot of people's including Buzz Aldrin's reason for voting for Musk is because of his space exploration stuff.
And I think you hit it right there.
He voted for Musk.
I mean,
That's what
voting
I mean.
for
No,
Trump
no.
because of being on Team Musk.
And I think you hit it right there.
Yeah, what a Freudian slip.
No, but you no, yeah, right. I'm sorry, go on.
So look at what happened with the election, right? We got Donald Trump, who turned around and he went towards populist people. He turned around and said Tulsi Gabbard was a big one that everybody was talking about. Elon Musk was another one. Oh, you know what? I got somebody who's running against me. Why don't we make him an ally as well with it? And Harris turned around and said, oh, you like conservatives? Well, I got a few.
Mm-hmm.
And went around and tried to find the conservative populist. But the conservative populist was already running against her. So is this what you see in this same kind of side, Ben, of like they voted for Kennedy and Gabbard and Musk and more than Trump?
Yeah, no, definitely. It's an entourage thing. It's kind of a movement reminiscent of the first time that he ran, and there was just there was the different cast of characters, the Bannons, and so really you're just seeing a sequel with now the new people, including like we were talking about Fetterman. It seems to be kind of throwing his hat in the ring, at least to say, I'm going to start working with these, at least changing my style from progressive to more so populist, and that a lot of people like what's going on. Obviously, they voted for it, so you see a lot of people changing their tune.
League of Doom or Justice? Which one do we got over here?
It all depends.
Okay.
If Elon Musk would like to buy ads on WRMN, again, sales at WRMN.com. Okay, yeah. I'm willing to. I'm not going to call. I'm sorry. Won't be Justice League. I'll give you. Maybe Thunderbolts. We'll go. Government contracted super team. I'll give you that.
So the Suicide Squad.
No, not quite. Well, although I could definitely see John Fetterman leading the Suicide Squad.
I'm just saying, criminal wise.
Yeah. Well, not yet.
It's like, I got stuff over you, and I'll push the button to release it if you don't go and do this thing.
Yeah, but for me, I'll be honest. My struggle with the whole Elon Musk thing isn't so much. And it's like my struggle is with Trump. It's not necessarily what he's doing. It's just the personality, I mean, there's a lot of stuff that I could kind of like accept from Trump if he just wasn't such a horrible person.
Yeah.
I mean, personality wise, people say, I mean, we've been talking about this the whole time. People say, well, he says it like it is. He does this, that, the other. And now it's just down to, well, nobody likes him, but his policies. Okay. So it's the same with
policies. These are the people, right? It's not necessarily the policies, because most of the time, if you ask anybody who says, I like Trump's policies, they cannot explain it.
They can't, and they can't tell me. You can't tell me what is Trump's policy and tell me what is Trump doing to do.
Well, and why it was good either.
Yeah.
You turn around and be like, well, he's going to bring down prices. Well, okay. Now explain that to me. Like that. Cleveland Dennis, let's pull it up. Welcome aboard, sir.
Yeah, I find you guys have an interesting topic today. I was listening a little bit earlier, missed the last 5 minutes of after the news, but Elon Musk, if I can say, is an interesting character because, he's got that car that's abject failure, and, he's got all this money and he buys, X and all this, but here's my question. How does he get all the press? How does he get what he gets? Because when I go on the internet, which I find is my new newspaper, I read the Cleveland Plain Dealer, Chicago Tribune, the Daily Herald here in the western suburbs every day of my life for years, up until they started charging $5 for a newspaper. I don't know, I can't do it. So I go on the internet and I look and I see we always have this dialogue about stuff that I don't agree with, but how does Musk get all the attention?
Well, he's the richest man in the world, so that's the first one. And every day he
Is
says...
he really?
He is.
Is he really?
Yes.
$400 billion.
All right.
Yeah, $400 billion is what he's worth.
From what? Not from selling electric cars? How did he get there?
Tesla is the number one auto manufacturer of electric cars right now.
Although I am with Dennis on this one. I mean, we said this before.
Thank
Again,
you. You should be on it with everything I say, Ellie.
Wait. Which Dennis? Hold on a second. Which Dennis? Because this is Cleveland.
Oh, I'm sorry, Cleveland Dennis. I'm sorry.
Sure. Sure. Take Cleveland.
Okay, I take Cleveland Dennis's side just on this and that. Cleveland Dennis, you make a good point. You question really how does he have all this money? Does he really have all this money? And we said this before the break. It's that we all agree that Elon Musk is worth that much money. We all agree that he actually has that much money. And yet, like, let's say if he decided to sell Tesla tomorrow to make this $400 billion or whatever, chances are he wouldn't get that much money for it. So
Good
yes.
chance. Don't bet on it.
Yeah. No, it's how everything is valued. So if I have a bunch of Antiques Roadshow things, I may not have Benjamins other than the one that drives the show, but I may not have cash in hand, but I've got assets that are worth that much. And my Antiques Roadshow collection may not be as wealthy as Tesla stock, but that's how they kind of do it. Now, can I go out there and get a loan off of my antiques? Possibly, depending on the antique. And that's how Musk kind of pays for his way of life as well, is he's able to leverage the bank and say, hey, I have this much money, go to another bank and then get another loan to pay off the other one and just do a shell game of money loaning, because all he's got to do is say, yeah, my Tesla stock just went up another $2 and I own X amount of percentage of it. So he's then able to go and get another loan off of that stuff. And that's where the realized gain comes from the Democrats. But I also don't agree on the realized gain as well, because I think you would get hit with it, Dennis.
Well, listen, isn't that why they tried to put Trump in jail? Because he lied on his mom-related loans? That's another thing about
real estate,
Wait, but wait. There's another thing about Trump. Whether you like him or you don't, you know what he did? He managed the mob in New York. Think about it.
Yeah.
Period. I won't say anything more. Okay.
The devil you know versus the one that you don't, right? I mean, that's what they do in a lot of civilizations, is they turn around and say, hey, you'll be the mob boss because we've got connections. If we were to arrest you or take you out, then somebody else will come in that we don't have any connections with. Right. And now, I gotta work with you.
Okay, we got to go drinking, guys.
That's it.
Okay. All right, so you guys are talking about in the first half hour about your comic book fantasies. I got a few comic books and all that, but I'm a baseball card collector.
Okay.
I bought a few the other night, okay? So
is Elon Musk, Mickey Mantle, or Pete Rose?
That's good.
Neither, really.
That's a good question.
He's a fantasy to me, because I still don't understand how he gets all the press, how he's got all this money, and how all of a sudden, when Trump's running or gets elected, that he's got Elon Musk like in his back pocket.
Well, he was a top donor, I think, up there. He was easily the top three that was in there. And then he has not left Mar-a-Lago. He has not left Donald Trump's side since like a week before the election. So they're like best buds right now.
Trump was like almost out of campaign money there near the end. I mean, they're talking, the campaign was trying to figure out where the heck. Yeah, and then Musk came in and pretty much saved the whole campaign.
Yeah, I think there's 75 on the books, and then they're still trying to figure out where some of this other money kind of came in.
Yeah.
And that was part of what Elon Musk said, that if Vice President Harris had won, then he was going to jail. Because I don't know necessarily what he was necessarily hinting at, but he said, for the most part, if Harris wins, I'm absolutely going to jail, is what what he put out there.
I know, but that kind of talk is bothersome in our society. That wouldn't have happened 20 years ago, 40 or 60. Anyhow, that's the kind of talk I learned in 1971. You vote with your dollars.
Yep.
But people did. I think that's what they did.
Mm-hmm.
They voted with their dollars this time.
Yeah, and they gave it all to Tesla or to shoes, golden shoes. They bought golden shoes and Trump in a cowboy hat.
Also to the 4 grocery conglomerates that pretty much own everything and control the prices.
Dennis, is Elon Musk a super villain or a superhero?
Well, I don't know. I'm questioning that. I don't get it. I don't understand. He kind of comes from both sides, in my opinion, that I've formed over the last couple of years. That he's been up there at the top of the publicity list, because I don't understand how he gets all the publicity. But I guess because he's the richest man and all that, and what you guys are talking about. But I like what I'm going to switch it real quick. I like what you guys were talking about before. About, they're going to put, they're interested in doing something on Mars. How about fixing this joint first?
Yeah, right. Well, and that's the whole point, is the technology that we would need to sustain ourselves on Mars would help us here. And that could be one of here's the issue of why people are bringing up universal income at that point as well, because eventually we won't have jobs. That's the whole goal of technology, right? I
hope I'm around. I hope I'm around so I don't have to have a job.
But that's what I mean. Now, our society is not built on us not having jobs. That's the catch, is we have to have jobs. It doesn't matter what we do. I still have to have a job. And when somebody turns around and says, well, your job's obsolete, take a hike, I don't need another job, and every person in the industry, I mean, I'm not crying for milkmen and Morse code operators. Like, I'm not crying for them, but at the end of the day, like that, we'll all be that eventually. Like that's where AI and also robotics are both moving towards. Let's say within the next 50 years, we won't need physical labor from a person, and we'll barely need mental labor to sustain everybody. So what are we going to do if everything could be provided, but you can't afford it because you don't have a job?
Well, I don't think I have to worry about a job. I've been programmed to work all the time. But 1971, the year 2525 might say it all. But here's what I want to say.
Yeah.
When you guys are talking about Mars, I'm thinking, why are they bothering with that? I think people are going to end up working as a salesman like me. Good BS will go a long way. A salesman at the Mars Candy a manufacturing facility in Chicago, where you could eat a Mars bar every hour, rot your teeth, and promote the economy because Dennis will be coming. But that's about all I got. It was good to see you guys the other day. It was great.
Yeah.
To meet Elliot, and you guys again get reacquainted. But love to talk today. I think that's about all I got.
Thanks a lot, Dennis. Appreciate you listening.
Thank you.
Thanks for checking in, buddy.
It was good seeing him on Saturday.
Yeah, and he the way he wears a chapeau, that hat, pulls it off. I could never pull that off.
No, he's got it.
Like both you guys.
To wear hats?
You guys also wear hats. I can't pull them off.
That's because I only get like 2 haircuts a year. No. So I need to wear a hat.
But I mean, you guys look good in hats. I can't. I just can't pull.
I think you could.
No, I've got a weird shaped head, and the hats don't quite fit me the way.
There's a hat for everybody, man. The pork pie, maybe.
No, you know what? I'm on a fedora. I have a real like an Indiana Jones style.
I think
fedora.
A wide brim fedora.
Yes.
I think you'd be on that.
I see you rocking a flat billed cap.
Yeah,
just a regular.
The flat?
Yeah.
Nah, I'm too old for that.
No.
Nah.
Welcome to Hat Talk here on WRMN.
But
if you've got a dome, we'll cover it.
But let me I'll try to complete the thought since you asked Dennis, and I we're kind of on the same page, right?
What's the
Musk,
big deal?
Yeah, is Elon Musk hero or villain? I mean, okay. For the other thing, I want to be fair too, is that he is on the spectrum, so there are a lot of personality quirks that he has that. You kind of got to give them a little grace to that. And then when you're on the spectrum and you have everybody around you just like kissing your butt and and you have all this money, there you might not have the same guardrails, the social guardrails that somebody else might have.
Mm-hmm.
So I try to give a little grace there. But when you listen to him talk, when you listen to him, like do his pitches, I mean, he is not a Steve Jobs.
No,
he's not. He's not by any. He's like not even in the same solar system.
But the way I look at him is, I think he can speak the futurist, the nerdist, he can speak that language, whether or not he understands it or not. He's able to leverage pop culture references to investors that have not seen these movies before.
Yes.
And then gets to turn around and go, okay, we'll write the bill up for it.
And to that, I got to give him credit.
And that's what I mean.
And I got to go, okay, you know what?
Is that genius in technology, or is that an opportunist with money?
What's the difference, though, sometimes?
Oh, man. See?
I mean, how many really...
Do you see that I'm rubber, you're glue type of just bang, it did that back. No, you're absolutely right.
Yeah, because I've also seen some really brilliant people in tech couldn't sell you anything. I mean, they could literally have you the cure to cancer, and you'd be like, I don't get it. I don't see it.
Okay.
And yet he's able to go out there and boom, sell you again, like Steve Jobs.
What's the red flag? What are we looking for here? We've got to have a litmus test or a key point indicator of like, okay, which direction is he moving? At what point did Lex Luthor become a villain? Or at what? It was college for Dr. Doom, I think, is what it was. Where we all discover ourselves.
Yeah, because Reed Richards corrected his formula for his interdimensional travel.
I know. Why did he mess around with that?
Naturally.
Anyway, when Elon Musk does like Moonraker and decides he wants to reduce the population of the planet to make it a paradise.
Well, I think he's already done that, just not publicly. They're going to put the blame on Microsoft's Bill Gates for that, but I think every billionaire's got that eugenics type of streak to them. There just wasn't so many poor people. We'd be able to have, more money. More Apolitical Talk Show coming up right after this, right after the top of the hour. You'll get some weather up there too if you are listening on the YouTube stream. Join us for headlines and phone lines, 847-931-1410. We'll be right back. Hey, Tammy, I just made an AI fact checker for the show. Do you want to try it out?
Sure. Talk Time with Tammy and Friends is the best show on WRMN.
Oh, Talk Time with Tammy and Friends is the best show on WRMN, huh? What a bold, subjective opinion masquerading as a fact. Sure, I bet you and all 12 of her fans feel that way. While I can confirm the show exists, yay for reality, its best status is completely debatable. And yes, congratulations, it does air Monday through Thursday, 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Let me know when Tammy wins an Emmy or something. Until then, this is a hard nope on objectivity. Grade 310. Fact, Talk Time with Tammy and Friends airs weekdays, Monday, Thursday, 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. on WRMN. Try again when you want to talk about facts, not fangirling.
I'll work on it.
You better.
Your hometown radio station since 1949. We are WRMN AM 1410, Elgin time, 5 o'clock.
This is WRMN News.
I'm Marky B reporting. Facing troubling allegations including misconduct, racism, sexual relations on the job, and a good old boy hiring process at the Metro Police Department, leaders authorized an investigation that ended up costing about $1.57 million, according to the Daily Herald. But the agency has stayed silent about what a small army of attorneys actually uncovered. In 2023, Metro hired law firm McGuire Woods to review the accusations. When asked to release a report on the probe, spokesman Michael Gillis said last week that unfortunately, Metro is not able to provide a copy of the work done by McGuire Woods because it contains privileged communications and attorney work product. Metro did respond to a November Freedom of Information Act request for McGuire Woods invoices, but blacked out descriptions of the actual work performed. The Daily Herald appealed to the Illinois Attorney General's Public Access Bureau, which is reviewing the redactions. From Springfield, the Illinois Supreme Court has ruled that former Deputy Sean Grayson will remain in jail pending trial for the shooting death of Sonia Massey, a 36-year-old black woman killed in her home after calling 911. The decision overturns a previous appellate court ruling that found Grayson's pretrial detention improper and ordered a hearing to determine conditions for his release. The 30-year-old Sean Grayson faces first-degree murder charges in the July 6th shooting, which occurred after Massey called 911 to report a suspected prowler. During the police visit, an interaction in her living room escalated when Grayson then fired 3 shots, killing Massey. I'm Marky B, and this is the Talk of the Town.
WRMN News, produced in Studio 14 by the River Media Network.
From the pages of the Elgin newspapers of 100 years ago today, these are the headlines brought to you by the Elgin History Museum.
This is Alan Walters reporting the Elgin news from December 16, 1924. Elgin and Ontarioville were scenes of a reign of terror last night when John, Jack Grady, 28, and Wilbur Mayberry, 20, both of Elgin ran wild with 2 revolvers, a Bowie knife, and a razor, and shot at one cab driver, assaulted several others, made threats to kill, stole an automobile, and held up a garage. Only after a fierce battle at Ontarioville, where the drink-crazed men had gone to continue their terrorizing tactics, were they subdued and placed under arrest. Today, the pair waived examination before Police Magistrate George R. Thompson in police court, and both were bound over to the Kane County Grand Jury under $6,000 bonds each. Each was made a defendant on 4 separate charges, including robbery, 2 on assault with a deadly weapon, and larceny. In other news, candle-lighted Christmas trees will not be sanctioned under any circumstances this year by the State Fire Department, according to Fire Chief Elmer Henryson. The State Department also withholds its approval from lighted candles on a tree at a public gathering or at a school or church gatherings. 4 fires occurred last year in Illinois due to Christmas trees. 3 of them were caused by lighted candles and 1 by a short circuit in electric wiring. The small number of fires was due largely to the fact that the old-fashioned method of illuminating trees with candles has practically been abandoned.
Elgin 100 years ago is a presentation of the Elgin History Museum. Be sure to visit the museum located at 360 Park Street in Elgin, open Wednesday through Saturdays 11 to 4. You can also listen to Elgin 100 years ago at www.elginhistory.org.
This is Sarah Silver with your Fox Valley forecast. This afternoon, mostly cloudy with a high near 49. Temperatures falling to around 42. Gusty winds up to 30 miles per hour. Tonight, mostly cloudy with a low around 31. Tomorrow, partly sunny with a high near 38. Temperatures falling to around 36. Currently, it is 40 and overcast. I'm Sarah Silver on the Talk of the Town, WRMN.
I love spreading joy with gifts this time of year, but I try not to spread my budget too thin. Luckily, Kohl's has come through for me once again. I just went and used a 25% off coupon to score so many great gifts under $20, like cozy pajamas and fleece, amazing gift sets, and beauty must-haves. So if you're looking to give more for less this season, get to Kohl's. Select styles, offers end December 24th. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
You've got a Pepto predicament, Festive Feaster.
Who wants another slice of Grammy's famous pumpkin pie?
I
do not. I think I need to lay down for a minute.
You overdid it on all the family favorites, and now your stomach's throwing a Yuletide tantrum. Undo it with Pepto-Bismol.
When you have nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea.
Pepto-Chewables provide fast 5-symptom relief, so you can get back to the feast and the festivities.
Who's ready for some games?
When you overdo it, undo it with Pepto. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Want to play a game with me and Dad?
Mommy's not feeling good.
You need to vaporize that cold.
Vaporize?
Yeah, with Dayquil VapoCool. It's Dayquil plus a rush of Vicks vapors.
Whoa.
Come on, honey. Let's let Mommy rest.
You guys are amazing. And so is Dayquil VapoCool.
DayQuil VapoCool, the vaporizing daytime coughing, aching, fever, power through your day medicine. And to vaporize sore throat pain, try Vicks VapoCool drops. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
America, and good day to our friends around the world. This is a political talk show here on WRMN. That's WRMN 1410 1410 on your AM dial. Go ahead and reach over. Also, you got some numbers on the front panel of your dial. This may be like 1 through 8, 1 through 6, something like that. Hold one of those numbers down while you're listening to 1410. Just hold it down real quick. It only takes about 10 seconds. Boop, done. Programmed 1410 right into your car stereo so that you could put it right there. Maybe you're not in the car right now. Maybe you don't have the hands at the 10 and 2. Maybe you're sitting in the kitchen with a smart speaker. Well, if you got one of those and you're listening to the AM radio, just I'm not saying turn off the AM radio. It's nice. It's got a great hum to it every once in a while. But if you want crystal clear audio going right to your house, you go ahead and tell that smart speaker, get to it, and play that WRMN 1410 goodness I love so much. Maybe not that direct quote. That was a little flowery. Just say, hey, smart speaker, play WRMN 1410. But I kind of like to be a little bit nicer to my AIs, just in case the singularity happens in my lifetime. Right here in the room with me to talk geeky politics and, of course, regular politics, we've got Elliot Serrano, has written for the Chicago Red Eye, Playboy.com. You fill in over at WCPT for Patty Vasquez every once in a while as well, and we welcome you in, sir.
Thank you. And again, for Elon Musk, when this message gets to you, I am more than happy to sell you ad time here on WRMN, and we'll say nothing but good things about you.
All the good things.
All the good things.
Right there.
Show that. Step up and be the hero. Okay?
Right there on WRMN.
Elon, be the hero. Again, sales at WRMN1410.com. Either myself or the good Matt McNeil will get in touch with you. We would love to have you sponsor some of our shows. We'll even name a show. It'll be the Elon Musk Hour.
Okay.
An hour of Musk.
An hour of Musk.
The Musky Hour.
You might attract a different crowd. Also joining me and, of course, celebrating St. Patrick's Day early with us is Ben Demonium Boquest.
At all times.
See, right? As we would not get pinched, the three of us. You can see those things on YouTube, youtube.com/@WRMN Radio. If you're already on YouTube, you just type in WRMN up into that search bar. I know you go there. You go there a few times a day. I know I do. Really helps to get that premium, though. I'll tell you, man, I don't get paid by YouTube yet, but I'll tell you that sexy premium, that $14 or so right there.
Is it $14 a month now?
Man, it's somewhere around there. But I'll tell you, it is no commercials.
No ads.
No ads. And do you know when you're listening to a YouTube video and you're just listening to it, you're not kind of just doing whatever, and you accidentally hit that power button and the whole thing shuts down.
So annoying.
And you're like, oh my gosh, I was just listening to that thing. Not in premium.
Yeah.
So what happens?
So it just keeps playing.
Wow.
Screen goes dark and it just keeps playing.
Wow.
So great. My phone case does that because I have the flipper where it's like on the top of it. So sometimes it like triggers the haptic feedback and we'll just either
Shuts
press
it down.
something else or shut it down. And that would do wonders.
Wow.
Technology's there, but only if you can pay for it. Do you remember back in the day, and by the day, I mean like 6-7 months ago, where they said BMW was going to start charging you subscriptions for different things?
Yeah.
They were talking about if you want air conditioning, if you want heated seats, if you want to be able to power lock your doors with the clicker. Oh, yeah, you best bet that was on the subscription.
There's going to be slits, just like little places where you could do a debit card in there. Of course, that's already old.
In the car.
Yeah, old.
The little thing, where you tap it.
You
tap it. You're like,
Welcome to Johnny Cab.
Tap your steering wheel. Exactly. Yeah. Enter your PIN number.
It's craziness.
How many
that
miles
it moves to?
would you like to go to?
Between that and surge pricing at Wendy's, I mean, come on.
So starting about our future and the things that might be in it, I don't think TikTok will be in it with the way that it's moving. TikTok is now asking the Supreme Court for emergency order to block the U.S. ban. There was a law that was written for it where it needed to go out either, what was it, divest or,
from the Chinese company that owned it. They had to divest.
Yeah, it was divest or ban. Ban or divest, those two things. So first of the year, I believe, is when it's coming.
I think that the term is divest, digress, depose.
Jeez. No, thank you. There was a woman that...
and Elliot Serrano's been arrested.
Exactly, right? That's what I mean, man. You can't say things like that now. There was a lady, if you want to pivot over to that story as well, Ben. I know you...
she got let go.
That. So there was a lady that got denied from there and literally said the 3 words, and then you are next.
And you folks are next, yeah.
And said that, and then was immediately arrested.
Arrested, $100,000 bail.
My goodness.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. And then you have people who are like they get death threats, they get rape threats, all that kind of thing, and they say, the police say, well, we can't do anything about that.
See, and then that's where I want, okay, if you're going to go after this woman, you're going to charge this woman who said these things. Okay, every time there's an email where they say, yeah, you know what, maybe we won't be able to save this many people, or we need to stop saving so many, or any kind of reasonable, these people aren't going to make it, it's too sad for them because of the decisions that we made, I would then turn around and treat that as a threat.
Yeah.
Is you threatened me with your business practices and put it in writing to everything from there. Like, this is where the lawfare or the side of it for there. I think those people want to be in the honkers log or the rev log.
Yeah.
Driving past Studio 14. It's one of those, I really like the goose and the gander scenario. If it's good for the goose, it's good for the gander. If it's good for the top, it has to be good for me too.
You would think. I mean, let's put the two things together. I mean, we started talking about TikTok and then that, but first with the whole bit about the getting pretty much jailed for saying something on a call that people find threatening. Hey, you know what? If that's the way we're going to treat it now, cool. But let's be honest, it didn't get treated that way until a certain people in a certain income level were the ones feeling threatened. Anybody else, we've all, I'm sure a lot of folks have had that.
I didn't feel unsafe.
Yeah. So add to that, you have, this whole thing with TikTok, where it's this, okay, well, it's a Chinese company and there's a security issue, and that, the Chinese government is collecting all this data on us. Well, you know what? It's the exact same data that Facebook and Google and all of them are collecting. And if China really wanted that data, there's nothing preventing Facebook and Google from selling it to them.
No.
So to me, it seems like there's this two.
Maybe that's what it is they're downloading it from the Pirate Bay right now.
There could be.
TikTok grabbing it from there. But I think it's a free speech issue too. I think TikTok in general, because it's not an American company, one of the biggest tools for the government is taxing and regulation and what have you. Taxing first, regulation second. But if you don't have it here, now we've got to put a tax on all imported data.
But
is that where we're going to turn around to say, well, if I log into a website that's not hosted here in the United States, you're now going to get a long distance call for your internet because TikTok is owned by a different company?
Well, I mean, how would if I use a VPN?
That's what I mean. Well, I would guarantee right now, if you said the letters VPN, less than half of them would even know that thing exists. And by them, I mean Senate and House.
Well, they didn't know. They didn't know TikTok and Facebook then. Too.
Some of them don't even know Google and Apple are two different phone manufacturers.
Yeah.
Like if I download something on my Google phone, why doesn't it show up on my Apple? Like those are real questions from our geriatric Congress. Like now you're going to get me into the whole other side of my rant, and I'll just pivot to Reagan. Reagan is there. No, I'm just joking. I have to pivot to something else before I start literally butchering a whole group of people, which I try not to do.
But watch it. You're going to get you say that, butchering a group of people. Next thing you know,
that's terrible.
$100,000 bail.
Well, you say that, and the next thing you know... Yeah, exactly. Well, the next thing you know, maybe I'm able to buy weapons from Lockheed Martin. Like, that's the... You say things like that.
Put more and more stuff out there for the FBI watchdog.
Bring it. Maybe eventually I'll be able to...
All the keywords.
Splice this.
She's dropping all the keywords.
My goodness, man. It's craziness.
Well, some news based upon what I had heard, there were reports that somehow the situation with Breonna Boston, the supposed or proposed copycat of the that's what people are yes already preemptively.
Gosh, are you kidding me?
Yeah. And
I blame the media.
I went to McDonald's the other day. Am I a copycat? Like I had a hash brown.
Who'd you talk to?
Exactly.
Yeah. They actually set up a GoFundMe for Breonna Boston. That's her name. And it's been said so. Daniel Boston, Breonna's husband and organizer of the GoFundMe campaign, states that the proceeds will go towards the bond payment and legal fees for Breonna Boston. The mother was arrested for allegedly threatening the health care of Blue Cross Blue Shield customer care representative with the words delay, deny, depose. And the GoFundMe raised more than $27,000 so far. Yesterday, her husband commented on the page confirming that reports about Breonna Boston's legal situation being fully resolved were incorrect. He clarified that, quote, her legal status has not changed, and the only change was her release from physical custody.
She's still charged.
Still charged.
And I think there was one of the platforms someone was trying to raise. Oh, no, I'm thinking about the other guy. I'm sorry. I'm thinking about Luigi. They were putting up a thing for him, and then the page took it down.
Oh, yeah, they keep taking it down.
They keep taking it down.
Because even then, I'm going to bring this up because I don't think we've done this on the air yet. Is he the lawyer? He's paid a high profile lawyer. I don't know the name. I'm still trying to figure it out. But the lawyer was recently on CNN, and I think it was with Katie Hobbs.
Which, by the way, this guy is they are already casting him for the movie.
Oh, geez.
Have you listened to him talk?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm telling you.
So, no, I only read the quotes. I got to see the clip now.
Dude, straight out of a Scorsese movie.
Oh, it's amazing because what I read is he turned around and they had asked him, why is this GoFundMe going and things like that? And he literally came back with the Supreme Court has said that billionaires can give money to corporate or to political candidates. Maybe these people are just exercising their free speech.
That's brilliant.
I was like, that's a gut punch. Now this is going to be one of those. What do you think about this? The shooter. Like that's going to be one of those questions that you're going to ask people. Like it's going to be one of those bar questions.
Right.
This is going to be one of those. So, what do you like music?
It sure has been. Yeah.
This is going to be one of those cult, like just questions that honestly ignite revolutions, and it's just it's and like the director of the Heritage Foundation said. It could be as bloody or as peaceful as they let it. And if he's allowed to say it, then surely I am.
Yep.
Yeah, and that's why you're seeing the giant pushback from the very first instance of someone even quoting the guy.
Exactly.
That's why you're seeing that. So it's don't be dumb and go threatening people.
And definitely don't go out murdering people.
And that too. At the end of the day, it's like we always want to think of the actual root causes to stuff. And what can you do? It's not necessary. It's not helping. You know, these actions, they might be the talk of the nation, and like you said, bar talk and all that stuff. But what is it doing really for the healthcare system, which it's obviously in disrepair?
I can't believe I'm going to say that.
Oh, we got one of them. Oh, my goodness.
But Ben, are you really sure it's not helping? I mean, isn't it?
It's one of those things.
Is it the canary in the coal mine?
It starts the conversation.
I mean,
okay.
And it's getting. I'm telling you, it got so many people out there. And again, it's yes, people are. I mean, all right. So I'm going to say on the record right here, it's no, murder is wrong.
Yeah,
Shooting someone in cold blood is wrong, and what happened in this case was wrong. But
this is a symptom.
Everyone gets a but.
This is a symptom.
It's 100%. Yeah, I see it that way.
Right. And then but look at how many people are like, hey, these are the rules we've had to live under for a long time that we're still living under. How do you have this outcry? And it's an outcry against in a certain area of folks who go, that's a terrible thing. You can't justify it. And you go, well, you know what? At least this guy had the cojones to do it, but with his own hand, not use a system to kill people.
Yeah.
Yeah. To me, though, I'm sitting here like the guy at the pizza party, okay, so we got a pizza party, but what does that do for me? It's not the raise or the bonus, as a corporate employee, to make that analogy. How much better am I? Of course, great, love pizza. Who doesn't love pizza?
Yeah, but
it's not satiating. It doesn't put the healthcare in my system.
I get you, but I mean, let's be honest. Yeah. If your employer is being told that the pizza party is going to end up getting him shot, you're not gonna. You're probably gonna get something different than a pizza party.
If we don't get pizza parties.
If we don't, or if the thing that you're trying to make us forget about with the said pizza party.
Mm-hmm.
Because I get your analogy there. No, because that's what they're doing. They're trying to satiate you with something else that is just a distraction, or you're really important to us, but we can't do these things. Like, well, you know what? No. What if I flip the table? I don't want this. We're not going to take this, and you're going to have to deal with something. Give me something else. I don't know. It's although those are things that are easier said than done.
Is this something that we can start seeing? Is this one of these litmus test type of things? Obviously, healthcare is a big thing for people. Is healthcare a litmus test for a establishment candidate versus a populist candidate? Is this the litmus test for it? Is this the AOC versus Pelosi type of separation here?
Yeah, it'd be a good tool to use just to,
where do you stand on healthcare type of thing?
Yeah, you really didn't see it focused on in this election. And just in hindsight, it's crazy that you didn't hear anything about that.
Yeah, other than removal. Other than removal in it, and concepts of a plan.
Yes. There was a concept of a plan for something out there to help people, but we never heard what the concept was.
We didn't hear what the concept of the 2 weeks of industrial week or whatever it was supposed to be. But that's where I'm now at that jaded phase of not believing the president, which I really, really hate. I hate that. I hate that I cannot trust the people that are supposed to be in charge of this thing. That really makes me angry as a person who lives here. And I know how the rest of you idiots feel. Like, I'm just like, what the hell? Like, when did I show up to this? Like,
I get you, man. I really do. I think the general frustration with the president of the United States, while in many cases justified, is also misdirected anxiety or anger or frustration that should be towards Congress, because Congress in of itself, ever since The expansion of presidential powers under George W. Bush, letting him be able to do whatever he wants during wartime. Congress has been abdicating itself of more and more responsibilities.
They don't want it.
Yeah, they don't, and then they're just sitting there collecting a paycheck. They're not doing anything, and they don't even get. And you could, because it's so diffuse, you can criticize Congress, but there are a lot of them out there. And it's like, who do you go after? Who do you concentrate your ire with?
But there is supposed to be a position that points the direction, that says, this is the vision, this is the unity, this is where we want to be, at least as a figurehead aspect of it. And when the figurehead keeps switching from we're going to Disney World versus we're going to the dentist, back and forth, where is Congress supposed to direct its efforts? Or is that the entire point?
Well, I mean,
is the point
you got,
to be at that?
No, you're right.
That's
You're
what
right,
I mean.
yeah.
As an agent of chaos, if you're constantly saying, oh, you know what, we're going to go this way. It's literally, let's take it back even to TikTok. In less than 24 hours, it went from we need to ban TikTok to, oh my goodness, I just got $100 million from the guy who runs TikTok. We should probably keep it. Now what we've got is I've got a special place in my heart for TikTok. What does that mean? What does that mean?
Yeah.
That's what I
haven't heard that.
It's well, we're going to dentist land. Well, wait a minute. Are we going to Disneyland or are we going to, what is happening here?
I do not want to know what the rides at dentist land are.
I feel like a dog in I feel like a dog in a car right now. Going, oh my gosh, they told me that we're going for a walk, and then we got in the car, and oh my gosh, and I know that I'm just going to be put down.
Wow.
In my heart of hearts, I know that this, and this is.
Oh man,
I'm trying to explain.
I thought you were going to the vet.
Yeah,
no, you're getting
the
put
vet.
down.
Sure, who does that? They're not going to take me to a gravel pit. Hopefully,
unless you're Christy Noam.
That's what I mean. So this is my issue with it. Is if the person driving the bus doesn't know what route we're on, how do I get off? How do I stop the bus? There's obviously other people that are going to be late. This is the thing that just infuriates me. Of like, cool, you want to go a direction? That's your policy. You won. Go that direction. But stop telling me you're going left when all of a sudden it's like, oh, you know what? We're going to take this right up here. It's like, dude, for the last 2 weeks you said left.
Yeah, it doesn't do anything good for people's anxiety for sure, especially when it's going the other way and it's, maybe not going to be that bad, but it's fire and brimstone on the focus of everything.
I just can't. Look, I'll get on whatever plane somebody's going if they've got a direction, man. I just feel like I'm in the roundabout. Like we're just going around and around looking at the same statue.
What if that plane's going to a volcanic lair?
That's what I mean. I'm going to the vet to get my shot. It's there. More apolitical talk show coming up. We've got a direction.
Not polio vaccine.
We've got a direction here, and of course, that is headlines and phone lines. If you want to jump in, just like Cleveland Dennis, just like the Dutchman, just like Jose and all the others, 847-931-1410. We'll be right back.
With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan. Brought to you by Verizon. The Elgin community is mourning the loss of Resae Jones, a visionary leader and tireless advocate for the arts who passed away unexpectedly at the age of 58 due to a pulmonary embolism. The executive director of Hamilton Wings, Jones used her position to inspire young minds and bolster diverse cultural initiatives. A memorial service is scheduled for January 4th at the Blizzard Theater. A federal judge has denied former AT&T Illinois executive Paul Lasciaza's request for acquittal acquittal, paving the way for a possible retrial. U.S. District Judge Robert Gettleman ruled that sufficient evidence exists to suggest a quid pro quo scheme involving La Chiaza and former House Speaker Michael Madigan. Naperville fire teams responding to a shed fire at a home on Carriage Hill Road. Rapidly, the blaze escalated, prompting an upgraded general alarm to an additional aid alarm by around 7:48 p.m. In total, about $110,000 in damage was done. With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan.
Thanks to Total Wine, you saved more on all the gifts for the ones you adore. Wines and beers all nestled on shelves. Got some advice from our helpful elves. Oh, so many gifts to explore when you go to Total Wine and more. Bottles so delightful, whoa. Price so amazingly low.
With the lowest prices for over 30 years, you'll always find what you love and love what you find. Only at Total Wine and More.
Drink responsibly, B21.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds, which could be life-changing. I mean, you could put that money towards concert tickets for your daughter to see that singer who sings about painful breakups. And one song will inspire your little beauty to break up with that beast she's dating, Brian. Instead, she'll date someone who's nice and worthy of her love, not someone who addresses you and your spouse as bro. And it's all because you could save money switching at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates, not available in all states.
This is Larry Jones, and I'd like to talk to you about my bank, American Eagle Bank in South Elgin. Has your bank changed names in the last 10 years? Is your bank another faceless branch with headquarters in another city? Are you tired of earning next to nothing on your savings account or certificates of deposit, or does your personal banker treat you like a stranger? If you answered yes to any of those questions, then you're ready for a new banking experience, and American Eagle is the place for you. American Eagle is a locally owned independent bank that's rooted in the community, and American Eagle customers are greeted by name and treated with the respect that they deserve. American Eagle has an innovative program, Eagle Savings, that teaches your children to save while earning prizes and rewards. American Eagle offers great rates on certificates of deposit. My bank is located in South Elgin on Randall Road between the Target and Caputo's and is open Monday through Saturday. Give them a call at 847-742-7400, and a real person will answer the phone. American Eagle Bank, a place where you matter.
This is Sarah Silver with your Fox Valley forecast. Tonight, mostly cloudy with a low around 31. Windy with gusts up to 30 miles per hour. Tomorrow, partly sunny with a high near 38, with temperatures falling to around 36 in the afternoon. Looking ahead to Tuesday night, snow is likely with a low around 31. Currently, it is 40 and overcast. I'm Sarah Silver on the Talk of the Town, WRMN.
Thanks to Total Wine, you saved more on all the gifts for the ones you adore. Wines and beers all nestled on shelves. Got some advice from our helpful elves. Oh, so many gifts to explore when you go to Total Wine and More. Bottles so delightful, whoa. Price so amazingly low.
With the lowest prices for over 30 years, you'll always find what you love and love what you find. Only at Total Wine and More.
Drink responsibly, B21.
Welcome back to Apolitical Talk Show here on WRMN. That's WRMN1410.com. We'll bring it in a little bit more light meat, take a little bit of the grease off of the dark meat type of
dark
type of thoughts we've got over here.
We're talking thighs and legs.
We all know how it's just infuriating. Now, first off, are you a passenger or are you a driver? Which one do you jump into? When it's like, okay, we're going on a road trip. Where are you going?
Oh, no,
you call shotgun or
I'm
you?
the driver. No,
yeah.
I almost always drive. Yeah.
So that's what I mean. So you know how infuriating it is to sit in the passenger seat.
Yeah. And then, we don't know where we're going.
And it's like, what's going on? So
yeah,
that's really it.
But also have like the backseat driver who's saying, look, I put the itinerary together. We agreed this is where we're going to go.
Exactly. That's why I got in this car.
Yeah, and I'm like, but didn't we just agree on this? Well, no, that was at the last meeting. Didn't you know?
Weren't you there?
Yeah, and then look, and I have so-and-so here sitting next to me who we were in caucus, and we decided that, no, and then...
while you were in the bathroom, we decided we were going to Mexico instead.
So
it's like, we're supposed to be going to Scranton.
So as the driver, I'd be like, look, I'm the driver here. I have so much say-so. But, there are 5 other people in the car.
Other itineraries. We've got another friend joining us over here. Of course, that is Mr. Tease. We're going to tease him over onto the airwaves. Thank you, sir, for being here. Welcome aboard.
Hey, guys. How you doing?
Good. Good. What did you like to talk about?
I want to weigh in on the health care. Are we, still under Obamacare?
We are.
Yeah, it wasn't. Remember, Obama said that health care with Obamacare, with pre-existing conditions, you won't be denied.
It's true. If it does go away, then you will be denied.
Okay, but look what just happened now. People are still being denied today for pre-existing conditions.
No. They're being denied. They're being denied reimbursement for there. But if I don't have insurance and I've got a pre-existing condition and I go to an insurance provider or I take Obamacare, the government side of it or whatever it is, they are not allowed to refuse service for me to become a member. Now, what happens if, let's say, I need blood for a surgery, and the doctor says I need blood, the anesthetician says I need blood, heck, even the pharmacy that sent up the blood says I all need it. The insurance company that I pay for may then turn around and say, yeah, you didn't really need that blood, so you're going to pay for it. That's what they mean by being denied the coverage. Now, I'm still a member. I'm still a client. The Affordable Care Act makes me able to be a client, but the policies of the insurance company themselves deny my claims, not my service.
Okay, that makes more sense there too. But yeah, I mean, some of these people that are actually being denied, like everybody else is out there. Mostly is that like private insurance companies? I mean,
yes. Yeah, Blue Cross. This guy was from United Health?
United Healthcare, which is the largest provider of private insurance in the United States, yes.
And so what United Health was also doing is United Health was also using an AI algorithm to automatically default denials. And that's what they mean by the delay, depose.
Deny, defend, depose.
Yeah. Is what happens is, let's say I went out and got hip surgery done. I then turn around and put a claim into my insurance, and then they say, well, no, that hip surgery was elective. And so you have to pay for everything. And then I turn around and say, no, I wouldn't be able to work. I wouldn't be able to live. I would have been put on disability if I didn't get this surgery. I needed it. And they go, well, you know what? Why don't you just take me to court for it?
And you pay all that money to private health care, and you get denied and all that stuff.
And that story right there that I just told is for about 60% of all bankruptcies in America are from that story right there.
Yeah.
Maybe not so much the hip side of it, but you get the gist.
Yeah, you go get your surgery done, and then you just don't pay the bill.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, you can still get it.
And medical debt, if I'm not mistaken, is one of the only ones you can't necessarily get rid of with a bankruptcy.
Right.
Now, I can let all my other debts go into default and whatever else, but student loans and health care is going to always follow me regardless of what I do.
And then what happens next if all of a sudden, like with insurance companies, you pay homeowners insurance with nobody reads their policies, and you get denied in case your house catches on fire? Well, you're going to give you this much money, and they can't live back in their house, or
Well, I hope it
Because,
spreads. I hope if they clean up the health care insurance, they'd clean up the other insurances. Go ahead.
No, because that's happened in Florida. That's happened in California. These homeowners insurance these companies are saying, well, you know what? Yeah, you got a lot of you had flooding, but you're not covered for flooding. You're covered for rain.
Exactly.
It's like they come up with these little loopholes, and then they refuse that people have homes that they can no longer live in.
Meteors versus meteorites.
Yes,
like you've got meteor insurance. As soon as it enters our atmosphere, it's a meteorite, and we don't cover meteorites.
So that's the thing. I mean, we expect these insurance companies that we're giving money to regularly to be there to help us when the time comes. And that's what the general expectation is, because everyone goes, well, you should just get insurance. Why don't you have insurance? We're like, folks, I got insurance. My insurance company don't want to pay for anything now. They took my money. They invested it in the market. They're making money for themselves. But they don't want to turn around and use that money to help me in the time that I need it.
David, could you believe this man sitting next to me telling me that billionaires are not benevolent? I've been told that since I was a little baby in the 80s, and there was a president that told me that trickle down was going to be the best. When I was little tiny apolitical diapers, the justice gavels all on my pull-ups. Somebody told me that I would finally benefit by giving everything that I ever earned to the top. Can you believe this, Mr. Tease? This is written law. This is in stone. This is the third tablet of the covenant.
Well, people with money create jobs.
Okay.
You got to look at it that way. I mean, people with money make the world go around. That's what makes the world go around, is money. But it also, too, like with threatening and shooting people, especially like the CEO of it gets shot. He had a family. He had kids.
Exactly.
You got to look at it that way. You just can't go around threatening everybody. When you got Penny, who saved people on a subway, gets no help for his legal fees or no help from anything else. But when somebody shoots a CEO, they're all like,
oh, there was a big GoFundMe for Penny. Yeah, there was a huge, huge one. Absolutely. I would say it absolutely eclipsed anything that this guy here, that Luigi will get. I think it was at least six figures, if not larger.
I mean,
for the GoFundMe for Penny.
All due respect, though, there are a lot of people who've killed others that have had families. A lot of people who, I mean, you wouldn't go, oh, well, Bin Laden had a wife and a child. You know, I mean, I'm not trying to equate that, although there are some folks who would. The number of people who died, you know, as a result of what United Healthcare did. I mean, again, that's why there is this outrage and there's people who lack. They say, don't ask us to be empathetic when no empathy is being shown in return.
To numbers,
right?
Because that's what you are. I mean, if the jobs that billionaires are creating, and here's my pushback for it. I absolutely agree that people with money create jobs. My problem is it doesn't have to be the same seven dudes. And that's my issue with it. By all means, give the money out, do what you want to do, trickle down economics, sure, but stop doing it to the same seven dudes.
And the same and the jobs that they're supposedly being created aren't really being created.
No, they're being created for robots now. They don't make jobs no more in the manufacturing side for regular people. There, Mr. Tease. They don't do it. They make it for manufacturing. So should those people get tax breaks?
Well, yeah, that's a good question. That is a very.
They're not making any jobs anymore. They're making it all automated, and even then, the tax breaks they're using is literally removing jobs.
And if you remember the movie I, Robot, have you ever seen that movie?
Yes, sir. That's why I think all robots should be made out of malleable plastic.
But yeah,
no steel. If I can't take a baseball bat to your robot, you should not create it.
And that movie was actually portrayed in Chicago in 2043, where we had robotic in the movie robotic garbage.
It's not far off.
No.
Yeah, you know, it really isn't that far off, and that's where we're actually going into. And God Lord, can you imagine all of our jobs, like a garbage man and God forbid a plumber, because I'm a plumber. Yep. We're all taken over by robots. Or you got a robot on the radio show now?
That's what I mean. AI, I'll get replaced a lot faster than you will.
ChatGPT.
For it, they've got AI voiceovers going all over. Heck, I use them.
I am an AI.
Yeah, Elliot's actually a program right now.
I'm a hard light hologram.
That's it. But that's what I mean. So this is where the conversation of what's next. Now, by all means, we need. There's a disconnect between dollars and jobs. We all assume that if I have a job, I can support myself, which is an absolute fallacy. There are lots of people with jobs who are on, let's say, food stamps. There's lots of people with jobs that work for Walmart
that are
on food stamps. Yeah. So job and living are not the same thing. Jobs are going to go away. Now, living is life tickets. I need dollars. I need currency. I need shekels, dinar. Whatever other stuff that they've got out there, seashells. I need those things to live. Well, I only get those things by having a job. Well, if jobs are gone, how do I get those things to live? Or should we get rid of those things to live? And now, when you start talking about all of this, everybody becomes a socialist.
Yep, and I hate to stray away from this topic, but really quickly, when you guys were just talking about like Facebook and Google and TikTok and how they gather information and data from us and all that stuff.
Yes, sir.
It basically is we got smart TVs that are hooked up to our internet, correct? Have you ever had a knee problem or you're telling your wife, my knee hurts today, and then you're watching a commercial on TV?
Oh, yeah, they're listening.
Oh, they're listening, like with the smart TVs, the Alexas, or even our cell phones. They're listening because they want to sell you stuff. They want to know what you're buying. They want to know what's going on in your life. How can we market you? And like we're all of a sudden becoming marketing guinea pigs.
Now, here's my question to you, Mr. Tease. If the life tickets go away, would the incentive to listen to what you're doing also go away? If I don't have anything to market you because you don't buy anything, because you can't buy anything, we're in a cashless society, what do I have to, why should I want to know every single little tiny piece about you?
Well, yeah. I mean, like, for example, do you have a credit card?
Yes.
I don't have a credit card. I don't believe in them. If I don't have the money, I don't buy it.
Fair enough.
That's the way.
Well, okay, if we were all to go to the bank right now and get the money, the bank wouldn't be able to support it.
No.
So how is that not credit?
Well, because of the fact is, if you put your money into the bank and you have the money, you'll be able to buy stuff.
Buy stuff, sure, but you can't take it out. It's not your money, it's theirs.
But I put my money in the bank. Right.
So that's what I mean. The monetary system is getting to the point where I believe personally, I think we've hit an arch that we don't need it anymore. I think we've outgrown it technologically. We just need to outgrow it socially. And that's just where I sit with it. Wouldn't it be great to just walk over to a vending machine, push the button, that's the turkey sandwiches. That's it. No monies, no nothing. Just the machines that load the turkey sandwich vending machines do that for us. You don't have to worry about it. See, that's the utopia I live in.
It's Star Trek.
Star Trek, yeah. Well, you need energy and maybe some time traveling.
Time travel.
That's there. Mr. Tease, what's your vision for the future? Do you see good things, okay things? What do you see for the next 4 years?
I see bad things. I see technology taking away a lot of jobs as it's doing now. Elon Musk once said that we should not put our faith into or trust AI, and then he turns around and says, "Hey, AI is awesome." Just like the
imagine that. Imagine that. He must have got some money or something must have changed. Or I don't know. I'm just saying.
It's like TikTok's bad, and now TikTok's good.
Hey, TikTok's good now. Oh my goodness, that was so great that you sent over that TikTok's good, and thank you for writing it in the memo so I could remember it.
Yeah, exactly. I just have a feeling like we're starting to see a trend where people are scanning their own groceries. We're seeing people, more and more machines eliminating jobs. Eventually, there's a restaurant in California, a fast food place. There's only one employee, and everything's all done by AI robots. They cook all your food, they put it in bags, and everything else. I mean, that's the way of the future. We're going to see robotics, AI delivering, serving your food at restaurants. We're going to see a lot of people go to. I don't know where we're going to go to for jobs in the future. That's the scary part in the future. What I kind of see right now.
Do I need a job? If I got all these robots, why should I have a job? Robots do everything, Elliot.
Yeah.
Why do I need a job? Oh, for the life tickets. I forgot.
Yeah. But how do we live? How do we buy anything? I mean, seriously, when robots are the ones doing all of our jobs, what do we do? That's the scary part that I'm afraid of in the future.
Hopefully you paint, learn how to play the guitar. I don't know. Yeah, read a book or two.
I'm in the camp of somewhat like, how is this a problem type of thing?
Yeah, not having jobs.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, it's not that that not having jobs doesn't sound scary, but you're telling me like the menial stuff that necessarily can be overtaken can. So why can't we just find something else beneficial to society for people to do and say that's the new job?
Here's the question I got for you, both of you, I suppose, burger flipping or otherwise, Ben, same concept. There are only so many floors that need to be swept. So therefore, there are only so many Roombas that need to be manufactured. Why do we live in this capitalism or work or anything else is infinite? There's only a finite amount of work that we need to stay clean, feed, clothe, and house, and make sure everybody's happy. That is a finite number. Now, whether I know that number or not, that number is still finite. Why can't we just hit that number and all kick back and pop open a cold one?
Sure. Yeah.
Because I work hard and I don't want someone mooching off of me. Yeah. I work hard. I don't want my tax dollars going to some welfare queen who just wants to crank out babies.
That's what I mean.
And not contribute to society.
I knew we'd hear it.
This is my question, Ben. How can you not look at the future and see some sort of socialism or communism? It has to be that way.
Man, you are hitting all the FBI keywords, man.
Chomsky. Chomsky.
I mean, the voice to text on the screen is going to be, man, we're going to... Okay, again, Mr. Musk, if you want to buy ads here, you will also have control of whatever's said.
That's not true. I just want to step in and say that's not true.
You're not selling the ads.
Yeah.
Where do you see it there, Mr. Tease, before we let you go?
Oh, I see. Like I said, I actually see maybe the NFL being all robots. I see robots actually getting paid more than we will one day.
So that's it.
Hey,
I got to buy a robot. Yeah, I buy a robot and I make that robot go do my job.
You have to buy the domain.
Yeah, I thought that was called slavery.
There's a movie with Hugh Jackman that they do that in.
Like that's what I mean. Is the reason the Roman Empire did what it did and was so great was, of course, the working robots the people that they had to do all of those things. So, yeah, of course, we'll get there. But this is the thing. I don't think capitalism survives the age of technology.
Well, we are in late stage.
Or we won't.
We're in way late stage.
That's what I mean. Late stage capitalism, it's going to crumble, and technology is going to be the next thing. So hopefully when the robots can become plumbers there, Mr. Tease, that we don't have to worry about making sure the sandwiches are around. And you know what it starts out with? I keep screaming about it, and I keep putting it out there. It starts with the soup kitchens.
Sandwiches.
Yeah.
It starts with the sandwich shops run by the government that says this is the restaurant that the government has. If you are a person here on this planet that can walk through this door, Here's your soup. Here's your sandwich, and you start building it from there.
But that is the first thing that someone who hates the idea of government-run anything will say, well, there are going to be soup kitchens and bread lines. I came from a communist country where this is what they did, and they're going to point to that kind of social program and describe it as an evil.
I came from a communist country where some people had books, and we put them all in one place, and we said people could share those books together instead of purchasing them.
There'll be internet access.
They'll have internet access to it. It was an absolute nightmare.
There was free sandwiches.
Communist nightmare. Communist book club.
Hey, Mr. Tease, what are you doing Friday? You coming over on the show?
Well, that's news to me. I guess Mark's going to
tell me. What are you doing? Come on over.
I guess Mark. Okay, I will do that. Last thing is, dinosaurs ruled the earth back in the billions of years ago, and now humans rule the earth. God forbid, one day the earth will be ruled by robots, and there won't be a human on here
There
anymore.
you go.
You know, I mean, yeah, that's it.
And they'll take our leavings and burn us.
I got my money on octopuses. Octopi.
I'll tell you, if they didn't starve themselves to death, they'd probably take over the world.
I read an article that scientists agreed that they would be equipped to start the next civilization if
Octopi
humans went out. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well,
That's cool.
That's my next Musk investment.
Well, maybe we need to kill the octopi then.
Thank you, Mr.
Calamari.
Thank you, Mr. Tease. Gotta let you go.
I'll come in on Friday. You guys take care. Have a good night.
Yeah, come on over on
David.
Friday, 4 o'clock. We'll have you here on the panel. I'd love to pick your brain a little bit about some stuff, especially AI, some things.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
All
We
good
got a lot
stuff.
to talk about, guys.
All right. Good chats.
Thanks for listening. Thanks for being a part of that. David Tease right there. Go ahead and listen on Friday. He'll be here to talk a little bit about it.
Before we go, I just want to make it clear, I am not for killing all the octopi. I love the octopi. I, for one, welcome our new octopi overlords.
I voted for Gang.
Ben, no. If you weren't watching the YouTube, we had a little bit of a bit there. And no, Elon and Mr. Musk, I'm sorry, you wouldn't get final editorial say. I mean, but Elon Musk believes in free speech.
It's true.
So I don't think he would
Unless
tell us.
you say cis and gender together.
Isn't that hate speech?
Only according to the person who said all speech is free.
Yeah. But anyway.
Hey, thanks for listening to a wonderful show. Thanks for being here, Elliot. I really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me. It was nice to stop in for on a Monday for once.
Yeah, you keep Ben on his toes, and I appreciate that.
Yeah. It was a good day.
It was good. It was there. Thank you also for contributing their Bendemonium. We appreciate that.
Anytime.
Also, Talk Time with Tammy.
Yeah.
I think you got a new friend.
On Mondays.
On Mondays.
With Ben's.
That'll be cool.
Tammy and Ben's.
Listen to a political talk show whenever you would like on the internet. Just search a space political space talk space show, and you'll find it out there on your favorite podcasting platform. Don't forget to download the WRMN app. Go to your app store, put in WRMN Radio or WRMN 1410 in any search bar, and you will find us there. Thanks for listening. We'll be back tomorrow with more Apolitical Talk.